I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, or Tuesday, actually. I was sorry, we had a headphones
we're
thing.
headphone jiggling right now. So
Yeah, I just was talking and
the camera's treated to it. They're like watching our little hand signals as we're like, y'all ever tried to talk and move your hands at the same time? That stuff's hard.
It is difficult, yes.
It's hard.
There we go. So.
Hey, I can hear me.
Yeah. So, we're T-minus 5 minutes and change away from Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin rocket blasting off. It's in Van Horn, Texas. I just looked.
Oh, is it?
On a map where Van Horn, Texas is.
Uh-huh.
It's south. It's West Texas. It's
okay.
Kind
I
of.
like I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's in the little, that west part that jaunts off south of us, New Mexico. So if you go to Carlsbad, keep going south, and that's where Van Horn, Texas.
Okay.
It's actually not far from Mexico, actually. It's not far from the border there. It's on I-10. You keep going west on I-10, you're going to hit right up basically you go to El Paso and turn east like you're going on I-10, and it takes you out to
So the idea is this one's going to go like 5 or 6 miles higher than the Virgin rocket.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Because that one entered like subspace, but they're saying that the Bezos rocket is officially going to enter space.
Well, it depends on who you talk to. Like the United States military and NASA and all that consider what Virgin Galactic that they determine space at 50 miles, which is where the Virgin Galactic ship went like 55 or whatever it was.
It broke that barrier, but it didn't break through what they're calling true space.
Yeah, they're the other experts. It's like 65 miles up or something, and so they're going above that. So it's that. I mean, tomato,
at this point,
tomato.
does this not just feel like a gigantic measuring contest, for lack of a better term?
That's absolutely what it is.
It's basically a peeing contest.
Absolutely what it is.
This is a gigantic peeing contest by the richest dudes in America, and we are all in.
Yeah, it's you're seing
Richard Branson hadn't even been in the top 10, well, as far as I remember or can think, for the longest time.
Think of it as for people my generation. Think of it as VHS and Betamax going head to head.
That's a pretty accurate representation. Yeah, I agree.
Or for a generation past me, a Blu-ray and a DVD going head to head. Or no, was it Blu-ray and HD DVD?
It was HD DVD, yeah.
I forgot. They didn't even have it. It was HD DVD. Well, we all know who won that one. It wasn't HD DVD.
All right. Well, Richard Branson says the latest count from Forbes puts his net worth around $213 billion, keeps him securely at the top of the list of the world's richest people. By comparison, you have to drop nearly 500 spots on the list to find Sir Richard Branson, who has a net worth of around $6 billion.
Yeah. They got problems, don't they?
Yeah.
But, I was more curious, like, where's Van Horn, Texas? So now I know. It's south of us. So I'm guessing if hearing about, I don't know if the sky, or I doubt none of that's clear, but, look south of us. Maybe see if you see Bezos stream up, and I think we're probably
number
too
one,
far
competing
away.
against number 500 for the top spot.
That's all right. If you don't watch, he'll he'll take away another social media platform from you.
Yeah. Hey, Bezos, this is cool and everything, but how's world hunger going? We any closer on figuring that out, or
You know what would be what's going to be, and this might be the ultimate commercial, is Bezos is going to launch up here, get into space, and while they're up there, Amazon Prime, and they're going to deliver them headphones or something.
There you go. There you go. This whole thing was just to deliver like a dock, literally like an iPhone dock.
We went up space, and then on our Amazon Fire Stick, we watched Amazon Prime. We watched the new the season of The Boys on. That's kind of all of it, but it's a T-minus 1 minute until launch there. So we'll see. Godspeed, folks. But we don't have a guest this hour, so we get to chit chat all hour. We'll talk about this, talk about other things as well. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15 or so, we're going to have the folks from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, join us, Donna Oracion. And then from the recruiting office, Kyler Bird will be joining her. So we'll chit-chat all about that. Oh,
leave it there. I like it. It looks way better.
Hey, it looks like we're official.
All
right. If you follow on our video feed, you'll see Jeff Bezos. You'll see me on the left and Bezos' rocket.
Oh, no. Put it back down. Put it back down. I was doing a thing. Come on.
You got
Put it back up. Now he's just being mean.
So Donna and Ian M. are going to join us at the 8:15. About 8:45, the folks from the Chavis County Extension Office are going to join us, give us an update there. Mm-hmm. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, the folks from Tobosa will be joining us. Rosie Rubio and Felicia, maybe.
It'll be some representatives. Maybe Miss Sarah.
Yeah, it'll be a plethora, a gaggle.
Gearing up for the busy season.
Yeah, I just saw on their Facebook page this morning they have retooled their website and kind of launched it there. So I imagine we'll talk a little bit about that too.
Nice. Here it goes.
Is that the rocket?
Yep, there it goes. Wait, what's going on?
That's simulated.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
That's simulated.
Well, we're okay.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
no, that's it.
No. Is it? Yeah, that's it. So, okay, so our feed over here is off by a few seconds.
Okay, that's what's going on.
So we're about to take off here, according to ours.
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3. Things could have gone horribly wrong by now.
Well, I think because he's watching on the internet from the internet, so it's...
Here we go. Okay, now if you watch according to our feed, there go the thrusters. Nice. There you go. Full screen it.
All right.
Beautiful. This is riveting radio, I'm sure.
I know, but, it's
Well, it's history.
deal.
Yeah, I mean...
It's kind of a big deal.
I didn't get to watch the first one. I don't have, TV. I guess I could have logged into YouTube Live.
So you could have just turned on your phone like the youngins do.
Like every other red-blooded American.
It's 1 minute. Well, depending on which feed you look at.
They've killed their thrusters over here.
Yeah, on the on our Fox News feed.
Which that feels like it's real early to have killed them. Oh, no, they're still going. Okay.
Oh, they're still accelerating.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's hard to tell at that vantage point.
That bottom, the bottom part of it's going to be more like a traditional rocket, and I think that's a rocket booster, and that is going to separate from the capsule at some point.
Dude, I can't wait to see the footage inside because you just know Bezos's stretchy skin face is just like.
Yeah, they're pulling some G's going through that atmosphere.
They're just doing the cheeks thing.
Yeah, that's kind of like on the Virgin Galactic version. They go flying from the plane, and then the plane drops them from the sky, and then that's a lot of G's when that drop happens. Paying $24 million or whatever to get on that thing. That's a lot of money to have your heart in your throat.
Now it's hard to keep up the camera going up that high with the.
Yeah. It's about 1:20 on our feed. The Fox News is about 30 seconds ahead. 40 seconds actually.
Right.
But they both look similar.
Things look like they're going according to plan. I mean,
still going up.
Yeah, it's still working its way up.
Is that the separation of the
surly
booster?
bonds of Earth to touch the face of God. Yeah, is that the?
That's the view from the booster. Looks like they're maybe going to be separating soon.
I would assume, yeah. And that top module is going to take off from the booster.
Yeah, that's my understanding is it's more like a traditional what we think of as a rocket to the moon.
Right. Oh, wow, this is. Sorry for the radio.
Listening on the radio. I just happened that.
I would assume that those who are listening, though, since we're talking, have tuned in now and they're watching.
Yeah.
I mean, Unless you're just totally anti-space and seriously,
Yeah, see,
feelings checked out.
So you can. It's funny how this is kind of deja vu because Tanner's got it on our video feed, but he's watching it through the internet, so it's about 30 seconds behind what's on Fox News. So we're watching them back to back, and one's 40 seconds ahead. So I'm like, oh, so I'm keeping my eye on the one on the Fox News because I know that
it's like a before and after. It's
more real time than the other one.
You almost wonder. It's like, okay, if something happens over here, it's gonna take a long time for these people to know about it.
Well, if they edit it, we'll know.
But we could. Oh, that's true. I say, but we could break the news before it gets out on our video feed. So there's that.
Yeah, that's true. We'd be like, we'll sound like in the future, like the Amazing Kreskin. It'd be like, how'd these guys know? It's like they were 40 seconds into the future.
Somehow 40 seconds.
I think, are they separating? I can't really tell.
I can't tell from this angle. Yeah, this is there at this
point. There it goes. It looks like it is.
Yep, there. Yeah, I think that's the separation right there.
I think.
Well, it's real hard to tell.
It is. I can't.
The camera angle at this point is very.
Yeah, it's like one little blue smudge and one like gray smudge underneath it, and in betwixt there's blue, but you're not sure if it's still that blue is attachment or.
I've also got a weird angle here, so I've got like a reflection of a boom, like a mic boom right underneath Blue Origin.
All right.
They should do something about that gigantic mic boom.
It's really in the way.
I really feel like that's a distraction.
That's just inconvenient.
Yeah, super inconvenient, highly inconvenient.
At the beginning of the show, for those tuning in on the video feed, you may have noticed a background that's a little different. I'll talk to you about that in a little bit.
Yes.
I don't want to take away from the moment, but you can possess this thing that we have in our background.
We couldn't think about our future space travel like this without thinking about our past and the ones who served and made the ultimate sacrifice.
There you go. I like that. But yeah.
Segue.
American Legion Post 61, the family, the auxiliary, they've been spending.
Yeah, it's clearly separated.
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it looks separate now, I think.
Yeah, because over here, there's more of a distance there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But why is it not falling away?
I think maybe it is, but it's just like from our angle.
No, it's still attached. Look, look at that picture there.
Okay. All right. No, you're right.
But it's like, I don't know what. I can't tell what's going on in that picture. I can't tell what's going on in that picture.
They've been going for 5 minutes by our feed, 5:36 by the Fox News feed.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Do they have an? Okay, there it is. I was trying to figure out how high they are. 280. Yeah, because see, look now, it's descending. Something's descending. That number down there at the bottom.
Oh, is that rocket? Did they finally separate the rocket?
Hang on.
Maybe that's what that is. Or is that the capsule on a parachute? I can't tell what is going on.
Yeah, so that's dropping right now.
All right.
Velocity. So the booster is dropping. Okay, yeah. So now up here, there's a parachute there.
Okay, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. And I don't have any sound to. No, it's still attached. See?
Look, the booster altitude is dropping. See?
Yeah.
That's dropping.
Okay.
So that's got to be coming back down.
Yeah.
It's launched its payload, and now we're just seeing the booster. We can't see Blue Origin anymore. We're just seeing the booster.
I don't know.
Yeah, see? Blue Origin crew launched into space. Oh, that was the headline that was there. I don't know. I'm just talking at this point.
I don't know.
Because, see, it's much more clear now. So this is the booster coming back down. It's just on a parachute. We thought...
Well, no, the capsule looks like it's still there, though.
Oh,
I guess the whole thing just stayed together. So is the whole thing parachuting down?
No, he's not. They're not done. They're not done. I mean, I'm sure that the capsule itself has got to be up there.
I don't know.
I am very confused.
Okay, now look at the. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So it's an afterburner coming in.
So is that the capsule coming down?
Yeah, that's the capsule itself is making a landing.
Okay.
Or the booster, I'm sorry, is making a landing.
All right.
And see, there's nothing on top.
Okay. So, now I follow. All right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I guess it's official. Bezos is Spacos.
I guess.
Yeah.
See, there's the field. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Jeff Spacos.
Now, is that it? Or is this,
wow.
Is that for real? Or is that
But it made a perfect landing like that. That's, not bullseye. I mean, I would have been more impressed if it got dead center.
Was that? Okay. All
yeah.
Right. See, it's hard to tell.
Why are you so skeptical? identical.
Well, it's hard to tell if that's a CGI stock footage or if that's live.
I know we're so beaten over the head with.
Yeah, I'm like, is this like some file footage or is that a live?
No, I'm pretty sure that we are seeing it actually in real time.
Okay.
Cameras are just really good these days.
I guess to me it looked like it was a CGI kind of deal. I don't know, man. So, I've done the rundown, right? I'm sorry, I'm off kilter today. I got to watching space stuff and I got all excited. It is 7:20. Let's go ahead and it looks like the capsule's coming down. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like all that monsoon moisture will stay off to our west for a little while. Sunshine today, slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and our high will be in the upper 80s. Overnight looks clear with upper 60s and then upper 80s and low 90s coming up for tomorrow, and sunshine across our area. Clear for Wednesday night, sunny and warm again on Thursday. We'll stay around 90. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 71 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 84%. Winds currently out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Sunny today. Expect highs right around 90 with winds out of the south. Southwest, actually, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 69 degrees. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, looking at mostly sunny skies, a high of around 90. South winds 5 to 15. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 90. South winds 10 to 15. Friday, there is a 20% chance of some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny, high of 93. Otherwise, 20% for Friday night as well. Saturday, a 30% chance of showers. Mostly sunny, high of 93. Saturday night, a 30% chance of showers. Partly cloudy, overnight low of 70. And then Sunday, we're looking at a 30% chance of rain, mostly sunny, high of 93. So that's what we're looking at. Rain chances, once again, back to the forecast around Friday or so. It looks like his capsule is parachuting back down here to the Earth. Let's see, I'm trying to think. 50 feet, 40, 20, 30, and boom, touchdown. That was kind of a rough touchdown. I mean, a lot of dust. It was in the middle of the desert, but he's down. All right, it is 7:22. Let's, before we take a commercial break and actually get you into your livestock report recap with Smiley Wooten and all that good stuff. Zia Guns USA here in Roswell has 22 caliber rifles on sale now for just $149 while supplies last. Also, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell is your full-line Tacticam dealer. That's right. These are the exact same ones you see on all the hunting shows worldwide. They've got them at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. Also, they got a new shipment of Benchmade knives and case knives as well. That's right. They got it. Zia Guns USA here in Roswell, buying guns. They've got cash on hand. They're making offers. You walk out the door with that cold, hard cash, buying a single piece gun collections, an entire estate. They're doing it. They're buying it. Also, you coffee drinkers out there, they carry the full line of Black Rifle coffee available right now, waiting for you at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. Also, they're on the only authorized Dr. Squatch retailer in the entire region as well, too. The men's soap products and things, got manly scents for all that good stuff. They've got them. You can see them for yourself in person at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. Shop the locally owned Zia Guns USA here at 1907 North Main, the only gun store to be open on Sundays but closed on Saturdays because they spend Saturdays with family, and you should too. Stop on by 1907 North Main, right here in Roswell. All right, it is 7:24. Looks like our rocket is back down there, sitting there in the middle of the desert. I guess waiting for to be received, and then looks like you can kind of see people inside there in the windows. You see, it looks like someone's a shape of someone in their blue outfit and hat there. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back on the other side. We'll chit chat more updates on our what we're seeing here on the news as well too. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 880 head of cattle sold on Monday on a higher market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves and feeder cattle sold $4 to $8 higher. Packer cows and bulls steady to $2 higher. 3 to 40 pound steers $210, $218. 3 to 400 pound heifers $178, $184. 4 to 500 pound steers $190, $210. 4 to 500 pound heifers $167, $178. 5 to 600 pound steers $174, $191. 5 to 600 pound heifers $150, $167. 6 700 pound steers $156, $174. 6 to 700 pound heifers $139, $150. 7 800 pound steers $137, $156. 7 800 pound heifers $124, $139. Packer cows $68 to $78. Canner and cutter cows $60 to $67. Packer bulls $99.5 to $102. Feeder bulls $72 to $84. The top half the cow calf pairs $1,000 to $1,560 per pair, and the top half the bred cows $900 to $1,450 per head. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
If you like the intensity, the insanity that is championship bull riding, then make plans to attend the return of the Smoking Hot Bull Riding Friday night, July 30th at the Artesia Horse Council Arena. 40 of the toughest bull riders in the Southwest going head-to-head with the meanest bulls on the planet. The fastest 8 seconds in sports. Spoiler alert, the Cowboys don't always win. The Smoking Hot Bull Riding Friday, July 30th in Artesia, New Mexico.
Asian Market's restaurant is back open for limited dining, so come and experience all of Nook's amazing creations for yourself. Nook at Asian Market has first-hand experience preparing the most delicious Asian cuisines. You won't find a more authentic or savory dish anywhere. Can't dine in? Call ahead at 840-5309 and it'll be ready for you to pick up. The restaurant is open 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday at 5702 South Main in Roswell. Come experience the flavors of the East at Asian Market.
Good morning, honey. Hey, I have to pick up the kids from school this afternoon. Can you call...
A home invasion can happen anytime, even when you're at home. Protect your home and the ones you love with whole home security from Zenith Security. The security experts at Zenith Security can monitor your whole home 24/7. So they're ready whether you're there or not. Call Zenith Security Services LLC at 626-3521. That's 626-3521 and get whole home security with Zenith Security Services LLC.
Enjoy more of the speed you need with gigabit internet from Plateau Fiber. Fiber means more speed, and that means more streaming on more devices with less buffering. Plateau offers True Gig, a dedicated fiber connection to download and upload what you want with speeds up to a gigabit per second. Best of all, it's all yours. You don't have to share your connection with the whole neighborhood. Sign up now to ensure your neighborhood is part of the next service zone. Learn more and get signed up today at plateaufiber.com. That's plateaufiber.com.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Put a little cool into your back to school with the Back to School Blowout at Roswell Honda. Saturday, July 24th from 10 to 1, Roswell Honda is classing up your back to school season with free food and drinks, jolly jumps for the kids, and tons of giveaways, including a free 12-pack just for stopping by, free AirPods with a qualified test drive, a free Target gift card with purchase, and of course, the big backpack giveaway. Stop by now and get your kids signed up. The Back to School Blowout, Saturday the 24th at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Tuesday edition, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. We will break down everything in the world of ongoing COVID madness. Biggest stock market drop of the Biden administration. What is going to be the fallout come Tuesday? We will discuss. Plus, Buck.
Biggest open border we've ever had. Numbers in for June, setting an all-time one-month record. What is the Biden administration doing about the violation of our national sovereignty that's going on day in and day out? That and more coming up with the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show.
Travis and Sexton are on Roswell's Talk FM weekdays at 10. Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:30, and welcome back. We were if you're just tuning in, we've been kind of watching along with everybody else. The Jeff Bezos flight into space. He has flown, returned to Earth, and they're now at the landing site. Of course, the capsule landed somewhere out in the middle of the desert there. Yeah, the capsule's down. Now it looks like they're about to. Well, here's the thing. There they go. Now they're opening the capsule, and there comes Bezos and the other civilian astronauts.
Did you see there was a change.org petition to not let him come back down to Earth?
There's like a cop stop.
Once he was out, we figured we should keep him there.
You know, if you don't mind him taking control of everything, then that might not be a bad idea. But I am, it's kind of neat. They were watching it because
I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, Bezos is balder.
Yes.
I was just comparing.
Like the hats. I'm kind of. They didn't really have any video of inside.
I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah.
You know they're going to have some kind of Amazon documentary. I guarantee that's coming.
Well, it was kind of interesting because obviously with the helicopters or drones or whatever they've got tracking it with the cameras, and when it landed there in the middle of the desert, it took a good 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes for the grounds crew to make it to the capsule to let them out. So there was just this moment of it just sitting there. And then you could kind of see one of the people inside the capsule through the window, but he hardly moved. And so you're like, man, is he okay? And then once the people got there, you start seeing him doing all that stuff and moving around. But for a hot minute there, he wasn't moving. And I feel
like a lot of them were strapped, they were strapped way in.
Yeah, but their head could have turned. His head was turned out like he was looking out the window, so it didn't turn any other way.
Now it just looks like we're thinking about it.
Yeah, maybe it was a hollow image. So they're like, are they okay? Okay, now show the real one. But it was kind of interesting. And then you started to see some of the crew. The guy rolls up with the little step ladder to get him down, and then the various tools it takes to open the door. And while he's there, then you see the film crew. You can see the boom guy and all that in the background, and then some of the images you're seeing on the ground now for those watching.
Mm-hmm.
That camera crew rolled up, and they're just kind of standing there waiting while the other guy's doing his thing. It was kind of neat. It was almost like a behind the scenes of the documentary that we're going to see here. When you watch Jeff Bezos, you just went to space. What are you doing next? I'm going to Disney World when that thing pops up.
I guarantee, though, that this whole thing has been documented just start to finish with some footage that we have never seen before, and I guarantee this is coming out on Amazon Plus or Prime.
Now, this for those that watched the Virgin Galactic launch a couple weeks ago, and then watching this launch with Bezos, if you'll notice, the Virgin Galactic one took a lot longer to achieve what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because of the method in which they chose to get to space.
Right.
Whereas Bezos is on a rocket, it's a few seconds up. Where the Virgin Galactic was an aircraft that launched from a runway that was tucked under. It was attached to an aircraft, so it took 2 hours for that plane to get to the same altitude that rocket did.
And then when it got there, it dropped it. Of like a pitching machine.
Yeah.
Basically, it was the ball was thrown.
But
it was pushed by a rocket. That's what got it there.
Because of the footage we saw in real time on the Virgin one, it seemed like they spent more time in space than the Bezos one. But I can't tell for sure because it's kind of hard to tell because that was like a lot
of that was the ride itself.
Yeah.
I don't know about the time, although it does seem like that was a very short ride.
Well, yeah, because you're on a rocket getting strapped up there in orbit in minutes. I mean, you look at NASA and space shuttles.
Right.
I mean, that thing launches minutes later, it's in space floating around, That's the quick approach. What Virgin Galactic did, and Richard Branson, they took a plane and they took the casual glide up, the 2-hour trip up. I'm guessing they can serve peanuts and whatnot while they're going up.
From what I remember from the Virgin launch, that was sketch. The way the plane just dropped out of the thing. Had the afterburners not gone off, that plane could have just dropped like a rock to Earth, basically.
Well, no, it's a glider.
Well, yeah, it would have glided. I know it would have glided, but I'm just saying the way it dropped off.
That's how it gets back down to
and
Earth.
picked up its trajectory. It almost like it looked like for a second it kind of wobbled a bit, like it wasn't sure of itself.
Those engines are only good in space. Once it's on Earth, it's gliding. When it comes back down to Earth, just like the space shuttle, it uses burner to get through the atmosphere, so to speak.
Right.
But once it's in the Earth bubble, it's gliding. There is no engines. It's all air and
I missed the landing on
wings,
that
and then it lands like that's exactly like a space shuttle. It launches the rocket launches like an Apollo and landed and lands like the space shuttle. That's kind of that kind of deal. But it's just a choice of delivery.
Right. Either way, millions and millions and millions of dollars just went up into space in the last calendar week.
Yeah.
And now we're all back down on Earth.
Like, I think the Richard Branson Virgin Galactic model is that technology, the way they're doing it, is gonna lead us more into what we think of as like Star Trek and Star Wars style crafts that like launch from the pad here and then take off and go to space.
Okay. See, I was kind of leaning more towards the Virgin side of things is going to be more the consumer side of things.
Well, I think they both are, because neither one of them, like that mushroom thing that they're sitting in now, it basically, I think, is a round room with 6 seats in it, with some fancy buttons and whistles.
What I mean that I feel like that the Virgin side of things is going to be able to do it from a more approachable side.
It's going to look like an airline.
Well, yeah, we're more, let's say, like you and me could do it.
Yeah.
This is for, the elite.
Well,
I feel like the Virgin one is kind of almost for like the, for lack of a better term, us unwashed masses,
I think they're both trying to do the same thing. I think Elon Musk's version, he's doing stuff with NASA.
Sure.
They're more science and that type of thing, where both Branson and Bezos are like, hey, let's turn this into Disney World.
Let me see if I can put it a little better. Let's say, for example, you've got a first class flight on like a. I'm trying to think of a good. I don't fly, so I don't know a good airline.
So I get what you're saying. You're
like a Delta versus like a
yeah, like going
Ryanair.
into space in a Rolls Royce versus going to space in a bus.
Exactly. That's the one that the rich people are going to go on. Us normal people, I feel like once they've sort of mastered things and it gets down to a consumer level, Virgin will probably be more on a level that you or me could do.
Although I would argue different, because the Virgin model allows them to put more add-ins for the experience. Like, we'll serve you caviar while we're going up and all that stuff. Whereas Bezos...
So you think maybe the Bezos option will be the cheaper option?
I'm thinking in the long run. I think that's going to be the more...
It does seem like you said, like a shorter ride.
Yeah.
I just feel like because it's Bezos that there's going to be some kind of rich guy spin to it.
Well, it's the Bezos model. He gets you all to where we need this thing, and then he owns you. That's what he's going to do with the rocket. He's going, you need to go to space. Yeah, I need to go to space. Oh, by the way, give me all your thoughts and all of your control. Sorry. Did I say that over the radio? That's what I
just want a real quick
thought.
Yes or no before you get into things. Can we have access to all of your stuff for now and for in perpetuity? Great, thanks. Go ahead, do what you were doing.
Just kidding. Amazon monitors. Jokes. Just making jokes.
Ha 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 ha, overlords.
By the way,
we watched your rocket take off. Don't hate on us.
By the way, you did that laugh, and it reminded me of something I watched over the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Was it Amazon Prime? It was Amazon Prime. I watched it was a Josh Blue comic special. You remember Josh Blue?
I do. The guy with the
cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
He was on the last comic standing, and I don't think he won, but he did very well.
I'm pretty sure he either won or got second place.
Did he? I knew he was right. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't seen him in years, and then I saw him on Amazon Prime with a stand-up special and watched it. Dude's funny still.
He's hysterical. The guy, he's got great, and that's the thing. People will say, "Oh, well, you got pushed for because of your." No, he is a genuine good writer. He's a great comedian.
Yeah, he's
perfect, fantastic timing, and he uses what he has as to spur him forward.
But that was like an ongoing bit throughout his comic routine. Was like he would talk about something horrific, and then he'd go, ha, ha, ha. Just the way he did it. And so when you did it, it reminded me of the Josh Blue laugh there. So,
that's pretty good.
By the way, it's funny if you like stand-up comedy. It's not for kids. It's adult. He cusses and do all
see, and that's the thing too. Because that's good to hear. Because the last couple of Josh Blue specials have been, risque, but not like you could bring like a Dunham special. You could bring the kids and stuff. But he's
not like every other word's filth and foul.
Right.
But he tells jokes that I wouldn't think are appropriate for a child to be in the room for.
Like I love I can't think of his name now. He's a comic from Nashville. Nate Bargatze. I love Nate Bargatze.
I don't think I've seen him.
He's got a Netflix special.
Okay.
He's super clean. He's a dad comic, so he tells a lot of marriage, family, dad jokes. He's super funny. He's one of my favorite comics ever. But he works clean. Like he works completely clean, and he still hangs with like the sect of comedy that is like, your Big J. Okersons, your Dan Soders, your Louis J. Gomez's, all the kind of the super filthy club comics.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Bargatze still kind of getting booked on those same scenes.
Okay, but he carries his clean brand.
He does the clean thing well.
Probably gets a lot of corporate gigs.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because they love the clean, but that strip you down and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, okay. Let me explain this now.
Oh, right.
Now that I got distracted earlier. So for those watching the video feed here, might notice in the background behind me is a beautiful wall-hanging quilt. And American Legion Post 61 family, they have spent many of our... There we go. There's my Barker beauty right there, Sean Smalls, showing off. I just need the background going, ooh, but it is really beautiful. But they spent many hours making this beautiful wall quilt, and it is a fundraising event for our American Legion Post 61 family. Tickets for this are only $5. They're going to be doing the drawing for it in October. You can get tickets each and every Saturday at the Main Street Farmers Market. We have a booth out there every Saturday morning. You can purchase your tickets there. If you know any of our Legionnaires, you can get a ticket for them, or they can get you a ticket. If you notice in the corners of each of the wall hanging, there's a larger star there. Those stars actually were cut off of flags that we did. We were doing a flag retirement ceremony back in June, and we had a plethora of flags, like 1,200 flags or something that they had to retire because of COVID and everything. They kind of got backlogged a little bit. But what we did was we cut out a bunch of the stars from some of the flags, and then 4 of them were used in this quilting project. But it's going to hang out here during the week, and then you can see it up close and personal at the farmers market on Saturdays throughout the summer. But in October, they're going to auction this off. $5 to get in on the drawing. All of it goes to help American Legion Post 61. But it's really a beautiful wall hanging, and the closer you get to it and start looking at it, the more awesome. This doesn't really do it justice when you're looking at it. And I don't want to take the plastic off. I know that creates a bit of a sheen, but I don't want to be the guy saying, "Oh yeah, I think I messed up at your place." No. I'm not on my watch, buddy. It's going to be protected right there. I don't want to be accused of that. So it's right there. And please come out when you come out to the farmers markets on Saturday. Get a ticket or two for that beautiful quilt. It is something that I think anybody would love to have in their home. It's just a beautiful, all handmade, by the way. It's great. All right, it is 7:43. Let's go ahead and pause for news, local news. Your Kim Commando update will also get you into your town hall business update as well. We'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for a Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The state of New Mexico's Vax to the Max sweepstakes, a $10 million total cash sweepstakes funded by federal stimulus and intended to incentivize COVID-19 vaccines, produced its next 4 prize winners on Friday. With $1 million at stake, 4 vaccinated New Mexicans, one from each public health region of the state, are each prospective winners of $250,000 as drawn at random by the New Mexico Lottery. The Department of Health is verifying the identity, eligibility, and vaccination status of each prospective awardee in accordance with the sweepstakes rules before declaring them official prize winners. The prospective winners will have 3 business days to come forward after being contacted by the Department of Health. The 4 prospective winners are residents of Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Roswell, and Las Cruces, but again, their names are not being released yet. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Facebook claims it's investing $1.6 billion to, quote, save journalism. which raises some serious questions, like saving it from what, or how about this? Maybe it's not a helping hand. Maybe it's a bribe. Kim Commander here, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. The stars are not aligned in favor of Facebook. The company led by the Napoleonic Mark Zuckerberg has managed to alienate most members of Congress, liberal or conservative. Heavy regulations are certainly coming. So where is all this $1.6 billion going to really? The Washington Post investigations can't tell. The former New York Times CEO said that the paper is getting far more than $3 million a year in payments from Facebook. But again, the question is why? As Facebook tries to repair its tattered relations and public image, could payoffs be the most expedient way? Get more tech news 24/7 at Commando.com. A few decades ago, private citizens used to be largely that, private. What's changed? The internet. Now everything you've browsed, searched for, watched, or tweeted can be crawled through, collected, and aggregated by third parties into a permanent public record, your record. That's why I turn to ExpressVPN to keep my data private every time I go online. There are hundreds of data brokers out there whose sole business is to buy and sell your data. The worst part is they don't have to tell you who they're selling it to or get your consent. But ExpressVPN reroutes your connection through an encrypted server and masks your IP address, making it more difficult for third parties to identify you and harvest your data. So do what I did and secure yourself with the #1 rated VPN on the market. Visit expressvpn.com/Kim and get 3 extra months for free. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. expressvpn.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like all that monsoon moisture will stay off to our west for a little while. Sunshine today, slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and our high will be in the upper 80s. Overnight looks clear with upper 60s and then upper 80s and low 90s coming up for tomorrow, and sunshine across our area. Clear for Wednesday night, sunny and warm again on Thursday. We'll stay around 90. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. The Biden administration and Western allies formally blamed China on Monday for a massive hack of Microsoft Exchange email server software and asserted that criminal hackers associated with the Chinese government have carried out ransomware and other illicit cyber operations. Air travel in the United States hit another pandemic-era record over the weekend as vacationers jammed airports. But shares of airlines, cruise lines, hotels, and almost anything else related to travel tumbled Monday on growing concerns about highly contagious coronavirus variants. On Wall Street, the Dow lost 725 points to close at 33,962. The Nasdaq dropped 152 to 14,274, and the S&P 500 down 68 points to 4,258. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Have you ever had someone do something kind and out of the ordinary for you? How did that make you feel? I know for me, it brightens my day. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage.
Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not get tired of doing what's right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up." I've learned when you don't know what to do, just do the next right thing. Keep sowing good things into your spouse and your family. Be patient. God promises He will give you a harvest. It will make a difference. A successful farmer just keeps on working and expects to have a great harvest.
I know when my husband brings me flowers, it blesses me. So do something unexpected for your spouse. It will pay off.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school school counselor for more information.
Put a little cool into your back to school with the Back to School Blowout at Roswell Honda. Saturday, July 24th from 10 to 1, Roswell Honda is classing up your back to school season with free food and drinks, jolly jumps for the kids, and tons of giveaways, including a free 12-pack just for stopping by, free AirPods with a qualified test drive, a free Target gift card with purchase, and of course, the big backpack giveaway. Stop by now and get your kids signed up. The Back to School Blowout, Saturday the 24th at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
At Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium, we honor and pay tribute to the achievements of your loved one by celebrating the life you shared together. Anderson Bethany Funeral Home and Crematorium is compassionate and cares about our local community and the families we serve here in southeastern New Mexico. Locally owned and operated, we will be here to help you decide how to celebrate the bond you've shared and pay tribute to the unique individual you've lost. Visit us at 2609 South Main in Roswell or call 622-5888.
Sewing Camp is back at So Easy Sewing. And it's not just for kids. It's open to anyone ages 9 to 99. No experience required. Week 1, July 26th through the 30th. Week 2, August 2nd to August 6th. Students will make up to 5 different projects each week. Sign up for 1 week or both. Discounts for multiple weeks or multiple students. Seating is limited. Reserve your seats today at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, or call 575-623-3774. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Tuesday edition, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. We will break down everything in the world of ongoing COVID madness. Biggest stock market drop of the Biden administration. What is going to be the fallout come Tuesday? We will discuss. Plus, Buck.
Biggest open border we've ever had. Numbers in for June, setting an all-time one-month record. What is the Biden administration doing about the violation of our national sovereignty that's going on day in and day out? That and more coming up with the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show.
Travis and Sexton are on Roswell's Talk FM weekdays at 10. Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:53. Let me ask you a question. Are you broken up over a busted Bissell? Perhaps you're out of sorts about an out-of-order Oric. Are you heaving a sigh about a helpless Hoover? Well, fear not, my friends. Bring that vacuum that's just giving you all kinds of problems. Bring it on down to Vacuums Plus. They offer same-day diagnostic and repair for any model of vacuum. Maybe it's time to trade up to a new vacuum. Maybe just because, it's a classic. Sometimes it's time to let that baby go. Well, if it is, swing on by Vacuums Plus. They have a great selection featuring the top brands that you know and probably even some top brands you never heard of. Plus, hard-to-find vacuum bags and accessories, too. So don't be downtrodden over a dead Dyson. Trade up today at Vacuums Plus. They're located on the corner of South Main and Poe in Roswell, right across from Andrew's Donuts. Stop on by. Matter of fact, tune in Thursday in, I believe, the 8 o'clock hour. The folks from Vacuums Plus will join us on the morning show. They'll be sitting in with Sean. I'll be a little preoccupado during that time on Thursday. But they're going to join us, and they're a great business. They really go the extra mile to make their customers happy. So if you need some vacuum cleaner issues, whether you need a repair or a replacement or whatever, something in between, swing on by Vacuums Plus. They're on South Main and Poe here in Roswell. Let's see. It is 7:54. Yeah, we've been kind of spending the morning just kind of watching all the Jeff Bezos launching and all of that kind of stuff. It's a success. The thing launched and went to space and landed, and now everybody's celebrating the victory there. So congratulations to them. Hey, the Roswell Police Department, back to school is fast approaching. It's actually almost here. The back to school stashes are already getting set up in mass at the stores and all that kind of stuff. But the Roswell Police Department is having a school supply drive benefiting local and surrounding area students. Please help support students by donating school supply items in new condition. You can drop them off at the Roswell Police Department. It's on West 2nd there, 128 West 2nd. Items they're collecting between now and August 3rd are spiral notebooks, wide-ruled, notebook paper, wide-ruled, plastic folders, pockets and brads, pencil top erasers, composition notebooks, washable markers, red, blue, and black pens, number 2 pencils, we all know about those, glue sticks, large erasers, scissors, crayons, colored pencils, backpacks, rulers, markers, facial tissue, and hand sanitizer. Those are all biggies, especially for the younger students. I know in elementary, and I'm not sure if it goes in the middle or I think it's just elementary where they spend most of the day in one classroom. The hand sanitizer and the facial tissue are big. My wife's been a teacher for 23 years, and I think every year they ask the kids to bring a box of Kleenex or something every year and some sanitizer. So that's kind of a tradition nowadays. But if you'd like to support, maybe you're picking up school supplies for your kiddos. Maybe grab some extra to donate, or maybe your kiddos have flown the nest, and you're thinking, I don't need to buy those anymore. Well, swing on buy some, and drop them off to the Roswell Police Department and help others out. Again, they're collecting items at the Roswell Police Department now through August 3rd. Just swing on by and drop them off there. Also, coming up here, August the 7th, that's a Saturday, the Chaves County Health Council will be hosting Chaves County Health Expo 2021. It's a hybrid event. It will be Saturday, August 7th, beginning at 9 a.m. and lasting to about noon. It's online at the Chaves County Health Council's Facebook and YouTube pages. They'll have different videos and things posted and shared throughout that time. That's the online part, but they have the physical part too. You can go to the domes. Outdoors, both domes here in Roswell, the Chaves County Courthouse lawn and the Chaves County Admin Building, your 2 green domes in Roswell. On the outdoors at both of those locations, they're going to have different booths that will provide in-person and drive-through booths, which providing information, materials, services, things like that throughout for the health and wellness side of everything. So the date will be August 7th, 9 a.m. to noon, again, on the Chaves County Health Council's Facebook and YouTube pages, and at both the Chaves County Courthouse lawn and the Chaves County building on the south end of town on their lawns outside there. If you would like to be a sponsor or to have a booth at the Health Expo, please reach out to the Chaves County Health Council. Again, you can reach out to their Facebook page. That's probably the best way to do it. Just look for Chaves County Health Council on Facebook, and then you can shoot a message through there, and they'll get back to you and reach out and give you all the information you need to make that happen. Also, we got a minute here before we go. I got time to tell you here. Coming up this week, tomorrow and Thursday, the Roswell Independent School District is hosting a job fair. We'll be having a job fair hosted by the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. It'll be tomorrow night, the 22nd, from 6 to 8:30 p.m. What's today? Today's the 20th. I'm sorry. It's Thursday night, the 22nd. And then the 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're hiring for all positions, from teaching staff, all grade levels, nurses, custodial, janitorial, substitute teachers, support staff, cafeteria workers, all of that. You can apply online and pre-register, get everything done. Go to risd.k12 .nm.us, or just Google Roswell Independent School District. But again, July 22nd, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., July 23rd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, 131 West 2nd Street. Just a short jaunt around the block from where we're at right now. All right, it is closing in on 8 o'clock. Stay tuned. Next hour, we're going to have the folks from Eastern New Mexico University Roswell join us about 8:15. Folks from the Chaves County Extension Office about 8:45. All that coming up next hour. We'll have the folks from Tobosa in the 9 o'clock hour. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. History is made high over West Texas.
5, 4, command and start. 2, 1.
Jeff Bezos rocketing into space this morning on his rocket company's first flight with people on board. The former Amazon chairman becoming the second billionaire in just over a week to ride his own rocket ship into near space.
You have a very happy crew up here, I want you to know.
And going along for the ride with Bezos, his brother, an 82-year-old female aviation pioneer from Texas, and an 18-year-old whose dad paid for his flight. The entire journey into near space ran about 10 minutes from start to finish, and a picture-perfect landing.
Welcome back to Earth's first step. Congratulations to all of you.
Blue Origin's new Shepard rocket soared from remote West Texas on the 52nd anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. That was a date chosen by Bezos for its historical significance. Well, it may not help your wallet when you go to the grocery store or stop at the gas station, but President Biden offering Americans reassuring words about inflation.
The president knows that many goods have become more expensive.
That's a real challenge. My administration is doing everything we can to address it.
But he claims the price spikes are temporary. And he says the nation's central bank, the Federal Reserve, is independent and able to take action.
It should take whatever steps it deems necessary to support a strong, durable economic recovery.
Republicans have been hammering the president over inflation and his plan to spend trillions of dollars. Greg Clugston, the White House.
Wall Street recovering at least some of what it lost in yesterday's big sell-off. Right now, the Dow's up 419 points. The NASDAQ, 65 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So we brought him home. We didn't realize that Bear, the rescue dog, was actually sick. He had very flaky skin. He was dropping a lot of fur. And Levette wanted to do steroid injections, special dog food. Nothing seemed to work. So I was at a dead end.
DINOVITE.com.
I've been hearing Dinovite on the radio for years. It never actually crossed my mind to try it until it finally sunk in. Oh, you're talking about hair and skin. And, all right, I'll try it. Well, it took probably 6 weeks, but after we started using Dinovite, no more flaky skin. He doesn't scratch and itch, and he started to put weight on.
Dinovite is nutrition.
I wish that we would have started the Dinovite right away. It would have been so much easier.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
Every rescue dog in America deserves Dinovite for 90 days.
DINOVITE.com.
A busy night for the Israeli military. Its artillery shelling southern Lebanon after 2 rockets were fired from Lebanon into Israeli territory. And it's not the only airstrike conducted by Israeli forces.
During the night, Israeli warplanes bombed targets in northern Syria, according to state media. Such strikes are commonplace as Israel says it tries to deter Iranian entrenchment. Hours later, 2 rockets were fired from neighbouring Lebanon into northern Israel, triggering sirens but causing no casualties. Israeli artillery then struck Lebanese territory. Rocket fire from Lebanon is rare outside of major conflicts with Israel. A small number were fired during the Gaza war in May, said to be by small Palestinian groups, whereas the risk of a major flare-up lies in the bitter enmity between Israel and Hezbollah, the dominant militant force in Lebanon.
The BBC's Tom Bateman in Jerusalem. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. A new bill introduced Monday by Pennsylvania Democrat Brendan Boyle would only allow an elected House member to serve as Speaker. This after former President Trump called the suggestion that he seek the gavel Interesting.
The Constitution does not explicitly state that the House Speaker must be a member of the chamber, but to date the role has never been filled by an outsider. Boyle argued that the statute should be made clear even if electing someone outside of Congress to serve as Speaker remains a long shot. His bill, titled mandating that being an elected member be an essential requirement for speakership, would explicitly limit eligibility to current House lawmakers. In January, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy did not face any defections from Republicans nominating him for the role. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Wildfires continue across the West. The granddaddy of them all, Oregon's bootleg fire. It's grown to more than 350,000 acres. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Yeah, he just got hit with a big batch of happy news there.
Well, no, okay, here's what happened. There was a real roller coaster of emotions that just went through my head because I thought I just saw the CDC saying that it approved the vaccine for people 2 and older.
No.
I was like, wait, what?
That's not what
And then back down the hill as I was ticking up the roller coaster hill.
Yeah.
I put my hands up and went down into masks are required for kids 2 and older. It's school mandate.
Yeah.
Granted, my son isn't in school. My daughter has no problem keeping her mask on. She's actually, they used her as like a mask ambassador when she was in second grade at Parkview. So I don't foresee her wearing a mask being an issue. There's no way I'm going to keep a mask on my 2-year-old. Have you ever tried to keep anything on a 2-year-old's face besides Oreos?
There's a reason they call it terrible twos, right?
Right, yeah. Yes, there is. I was walking, I was getting my kids ready because we had to go to the store. This is last week. And I had gotten my son cleaned up. My kid keeps like random stockpiles of snacks in places. Like as I'm cleaning the house up or de-huntering on my weeks off.
I like his thought process.
I find like half an Oreo over on a shelf, or randomly like a Dum Dum lollipop sitting next to the bathtub. I'm like, you're not coming back for this, right?
He might,
dude.
You know what?
He didn't. He didn't because I took care of it.
I respect the thought process.
But that having been said, I get my son all cleaned up. Somehow he found a clandestine Oreo sitting on a bookshelf somewhere. I come back in the room. He looks like an 18th century street urchin. He's just like, "Say some, may I have some more?" Looking at me all dirty faced. My God, that's the only thing I can keep in my son's face is Oreo gunk. Nothing else.
Your kid is I could see his future. He's gonna be a museum curator.
A docent. He might. He might.
And he's going to have like all these, I've categorized it here.
Right.
He knows like a whole system.
He's got a place for everything, and everything is snacks.
He's going to be that guy.
Then again, he has been spending the last year of his life putting art on my walls, so you're not wrong. Maybe he's just going to be a museum owner.
I'm telling you, he's going to be. Is that an Oreo from the 97 vintage? That's a beautiful.
It's got a nice piquant, a softer bite.
I kept one from the 80s over in my drawer here.
What's really sad is that's sort of me because I know more about the history of Oreos than one should.
I'm telling you.
I know about the date, or I know the year that they went kosher.
I'm telling you, he's going to be a museum curator.
He might.
Someday.
If he can utilize my encyclopedic knowledge of nothing, of like garbage, with his ability to place snacks in handy places, it's possible.
Yeah, unless you teach him radio. That's the only thing he's going to be good for.
He's going to open the next Meow Wolf. That's what's going to happen.
It's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be something interactive, but probably something weird.
But you got to work the hunter aspect in it, like Meow Hunter.
Hunt Wolf. Meow Hunt. No, that just sounds like another sport entirely. Look, free-range cat hunting? I'm not in.
Maybe it's Oreo Hunt.
I'm adopting a kitten this week. I can't be disparage kittens.
Maybe it's called the Huntor with an O.
The Huntor. I like it. Print it.
That's it.
There it is.
And it'll be curated by...
Son, we decided your life today.
Hunter Smalls. Huntor. I like
Huntor.
This jerky came from... I had this stuffed under my bed. It's from the 70s. It'd be great.
Just a kid's room. Yeah, just randomly you pull out some snacks.
But then when you told me, I thought of my own when I was that age. Not 2, but
I
probably...
thought back to when I was 2.
Not 2, but like 5, 6, you know. I remember like Saturday mornings, Dad making cinnamon toast.
Right.
And like I'd take a bite and then I'd set it like on my banister or something in my room. And like that afternoon, I'm like, oh, I got half a cinnamon toast there.
You developed a love for leftovers at an early age.
Well, now it's gone away.
I respect that though.
It was there as a child. Now I'm all snooty about stuff. I want freshness, weirdness.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're probably not going to eat that cinnamon toast that's been sitting on your bookcase.
I don't know. You had cinnamon toast? I haven't had it in a long time. It was pretty tasty.
It's one of my
Especially when you get enough butter on there to
dude.
melt the cinnamon and sugar into the bread.
Yes, and you got to pre-mix your cinnamon sugar. Don't come at me with that sugar my toast, and then sprinkle the cinnamon on top.
Who does that?
Oh, savages! I've seen it done.
Who does that?
I don't know, but I'm not going to call anybody out by name.
Those are the same people that are making Ovaltine in their mouth.
Hey! Just because it's not your way, don't hate.
That's savagery too.
That's gangsters. What that is.
Cold as ice.
That's right. Because you ain't loped out like I am. Don't hate.
Cinnamon toast. Why don't we just like put spaghetti on a plate and then pour water on it later and see if that makes it soft? That's just stupid.
You know, my go-to breakfast growing up was my grandma's, and this was Rhiannon's for the longest time. Was just peanut butter, no butter, with toast, just peanut butter on top.
Okay.
That was always our go-to growing up.
That's nothing wrong with that.
We did the cinnamon toast, but the peanut butter toast is one I kind of carried over.
I like it because if you put the peanut butter on the toast while it's hot, it kind of goos a little bit. Yeah, it looks.
I will say this:
bite.
the pro move, and this is one that we never did, which I was kind of mad about. I didn't find out until I was an adult. Butter under the peanut butter. It's a whole extra added element.
Well, that's like my grandmother. I told you this.
That's the right way to do it, but I was raised wrong.
I told you this, right? Like my grandmother. Whenever she made sandwiches, it's my father's mother, she buttered the bread, regardless of the sandwich you were having. Tuna fish, bread is buttered. Ham sandwich, bread is buttered.
Really?
Peanut butter and jelly.
In some cases, that sounds fantastic.
Bread is buttered.
I feel like a buttered bologna sandwich would be amazing, and I've never tried that. But
she buttered everything.
I feel like a buttered tuna fish sandwich would be rough.
Don't knock it till you try it.
All right.
She buttered everything, man. It was pretty good. So.
Don't knock it till you try it. Remember that when I bring in watermelon and mustard.
I'll try it.
The moment is coming.
If you legit like it and want me to try it,
I haven't tried it. I want to try it on the air. But I heard a thing about this because you're seeing all these like random food trends popping up on TikTok. People are the assumption or the theory is COVID nose and COVID taste buds have messed people up, and so now we're like, okay, can't really taste anything anyways. Let's start throwing stuff at a wall, seeing what sticks.
All right.
We could discover the brand new, peanut butter burger coming out of just the Rona, just because we're throwing stuff at walls to see what we can actually taste.
Chocolate does taste good on steak.
Onions and strawberry sauce. Screw it.
All right, it is 8:13. We just ruined food now. Here is your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like all that monsoon moisture will stay off to our west for a little while. Sunshine today, slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and our high will be in the upper 80s. Overnight looks clear with upper 60s and then upper 80s and low 90s coming up for tomorrow, and sunshine across our area. Clear for Wednesday night, sunny and warm again on Thursday. We'll stay around 90. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 73 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 79%. Winds currently out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. Sunny skies for today with a high near 90 expected. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 69 degrees. Winds will be out of the southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, more of the same like today. Mostly sunny. Highs right around 90. Winds will be out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear with an overnight low of 68. Thursday, mostly sunny. Once again, highs right around 90. South winds 10 to 15. Friday, there is a 20% chance at some afternoon showers. Otherwise, mostly sunny. High of 93. 30% chance of rain for Friday night as well. Partly cloudy. Overnight low of 69. And then for your weekend, 30% chance of rain on Saturday. Mostly sunny. Highs right around 93. 30% chance of rain for Sunday as well. Mostly sunny. Highs once again right around 93 degrees. Hey, before we take a break and bring the folks on from Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, want to invite you out to the annual Old Lincoln Days and the last escape of Billy the Kid pageant. That is happening once again here August 6th through the 8th in beautiful Lincoln, New Mexico. If you've never been out to Lincoln for Old Lincoln Days and the last escape of Billy the Kid, you're missing out. They're going to be doing the pageant, the historical pageant, which performances for that will be Friday night and Saturday night at 8:30 p.m., and then Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m., again, August 6th, August 7th, and August 8th. Included in your ticket price this year is a concert. At 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday night, they'll have the Clay Mack Band. They're from Deming. Sunday's concert will begin at 1:30 and features Susie Weber-Hildman and Olivia and Dan Hildman. Tickets are available at the gate beginning at 10 a.m. each morning. Tickets are only $10 for adults. Children 6 through 12, $6. Kids 5 and under are free. Yeah, they got live music, live food, the parade on Sunday, the actual performances of the pageant. If you've never seen it before, pro tip, check it out at night. Go to one of the 8:30 performances. Because it's just a little bit cooler for the first time when you see in the dark with the gun flashes and all that stuff. It just kind of adds another level to the performance. But if you're only available Sunday, it's an awesome performance. Go check it out. But again, it's in the village of Lincoln, August 6th, 7th, and 8th. All right, 8:16, we're going to take about a 3-minute break, and then we'll have the folks, actually Donna Racione and Kyler Bird from Eastern New Mexico University Roswell join us here in just a few minutes. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you have a student who's ready to further their education, think Eastern New Mexico University first. The state of New Mexico, through the Lottery Scholarship Program, will pay 100% of your student's tuition if you are a New Mexico resident. Don't miss out on this great opportunity to further your student's higher education at the only 4-year university on the High Plains. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
It's that time of season, it's that time of year. The Eddy County Fair is here.
Grab your family and friends and make plans to be a part of this year's Eddy County Fair, July 27th through August 1st. There's always so much to do, see, and eat at the fair, and this year is no exception. For sure, you're going to want to come out Friday night to take in the smoking hot bull riding at the Artesia Horse Council Arena, followed by a concert with this year's featured band, Flatland Cavalry. Then on Saturday at noon, it's the Fire and Ice Contests featuring a chili cook-off and ice cream eating. The always challenging Anvil Toss is scheduled for 2 p.m. Come enjoy the carnival nightly while also supporting the efforts of our area youth as they showcase their beautiful animals all week long. The Eddy County Fair is here. See the entire schedule at eddycountyfair.com. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
It's that time of season, it's that time of year. The Eddy County Fair is here.
Hi there, it's Gene Dow, Vice President General Manager of Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company, with exciting news for us. We've got openings in our sales department, in our Roswell office, Artesia office, and in the Carlsbad market. You would build and maintain business-to-business relationships, sell ideas, market and sell local high school sports, Dallas Cowboys football, radio, and digital TV advertising. You will be trained by and become part of a veteran sales team. The pay is based on job performance. Prior advertising or sales experience is helpful. Starting salary is $21,600 annually, but with success, you can grow your income to $60,000 a year. Work hours are generally Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. There are some exceptions, and you'd be based in the town where you live. Now, these positions are open right now, so to apply, contact Thomas Beard, General Sales Manager, at 575-746-2751. Pecos Valley Broadcasting Company is an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Donna Oracion back with us, and also Kyler Burt back with us as well. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's life at ENMU this morning?
It's going well. We're gearing up for a new fall semester, and we're lifting our restrictions, so we're really excited.
So for the first time in, almost 2 years, really, a year and a half, campus will kind of look like it did before COVID a little bit. I mean, there's still some measures in place.
We do still have
places
some.
You have to wear masks or whatever where appropriate and social distancing. But there's actual classes and actual classrooms, and students, actually go to class and sit down and take notes and interact with other students and all the stuff that school looks like.
That should be normal. Yeah, our cafeteria is back open. Our Student Success Center, which had been open, during the pandemic the past year, but they're gearing up for more tutoring sessions and some more activities, and so yes, much more normal semester than we've had in a while.
The cafeteria will be a godsend, I know, especially for our early morning classes, because let's face it, you sign up for like an 8 o'clock class, and I know. If you're in the college age, 8 a.m. might as well be 4 a.m. for some of those.
Right. Yes.
Yes, it is.
And so you might need an extra, motivation to get out of bed. And you're like, well, at least when I get there, I can have a nice cup of coffee and get me a breakfast burrito or something before I start
and
class.
We have Summit Food Services on campus now, and they do a great job. They've got a lot of new menu items. They always put out a new hot menu line every
they have great
week.
Food over there if you ever eat over there.
And so they've got a lot of choices. So it is nice to have food service back on campus because, we are a little bit out there on the south side of town, and there's not a lot around us. So we're appreciative to have that on campus.
Yeah,
as well.
and it just makes, you when you're in class and everything, you're like worrying about getting here and getting there. And sometimes you forget about food and things like that. And next thing you know, you're hangry. And no one wants to study hangry. It's just not a good thing. So
not at all.
I think that's a bigger godsend than most people realize. You bring food, people. It's like that's why there's so much food at church services and church events.
Right. It is a big motivation.
You bring food, people will come. It's just
very true.
Hey, if you need a sandwich to push you over the edge to go pursue your degree, come on down. We'll get you a sandwich.
Exactly. Whatever it takes.
Yeah. Of course, I know we're in the midst of summer sessions and things, but it's really a busy time of year for the campus because you've got summer kind of wrapping up. And then everyone's kind of getting into fall mode now.
I know, it's hard to believe. We start August 16th, our classes start. So it's just around the corner.
That is less than a month away.
Right. So we're really pushing students that they've been putting off registering or applying just to get it done. And there's no reason to wait. The earlier you register, the better class schedule you'll get that suits your own lifestyle. So we really want to encourage early registration. And, of course, we register all the way through August 20th, but we don't want people to wait till that
You don't
long.
want to be registered when you're day 2 into class.
Yeah, it puts you behind.
You're behind
right
the
at a
8 ball when you're doing
disadvantage
that.
right away.
Absolutely.
So we really don't encourage that.
Well, and that's why, and Kyler here, he can speak more to this kind of stuff. And if you need help through any part of that process, whether it's I don't know how to register for the college, to I don't know, to hey, I need to pursue. I mean, Kyler, his staff, everybody, that's what they do is helping people through that whole process, helping you get to the point where all you're worrying about is, hey, what time's class? I got to go to class and get my homework done. That kind of thing.
Exactly, and that's our goal, definitely. And we're getting into that time of the year where if you're interested in the fall semester, we're getting into a bit of a crunch time. Please just call my office directly, and I'll give the number here in a little bit. Just call my office directly, and I'll be glad to help you.
Yeah, absolutely. Please. That's especially because obviously at Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, there is no atypical student. You got all walks of life. You have students that are kind of still in student mode. They're coming right out of high school, and so they're still kind of in that mindset. To some of us folks that maybe went out and did things for a while, and you forgot, what life being a student was again. Right. And that can be intimidating if you haven't done it in a few years, or if it's been like 10 years or whatever, and you're like, I want to go back to school. Some of the even technology's kind of changed a little bit on how things are done nowadays. And so, that stuff can be, even if you think, oh, college is college, and like, well, yeah. I mean, conceptually, yes. But how to get from point A to point B not always be the same way to do that. So please, that's where your Kyler and his staff, that's what they do, is go in there and help people and make sure that's not the hurdle here. If you have a desire to pursue and get a degree or just extend your education in any way, shape, or form, the staff's there to help you do that and give every tool available to you to make sure that you succeed.
Right, and there's no excuse. A lot of people think financial is part of the problem, but we have so much student aid, so much assistance, federal funds, that sort of thing. So there's really no excuse if you think I can't afford it. Really, we can help you look at that again. And we do have some additional funding that we're able to clear a lot of student debt that's been hanging on the books. So if you think that you have a student debt and that's preventing you from registering, please call our financial aid office and we can check your records. And I bet we can find a way to get you enrolled for classes.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to help better everybody and better give them those opportunities. And obviously, we've talked enough about, there's so many different paths you can take through Eastern to either, pursue a degree plan or to maybe add on for your current career education-wise, or maybe you're retired and you're like, you know what, I'm done my world, but I want to enrich my own personal life here in my retirement. I'm going to go take some arts classes, or I'm going to take some history classes because I've always, whatever.
Right.
That's the beauty of this college is it's here for the community and whatever needs it is. Whether you're trying to start out in life and get all the education you can to establish that foundation, or if you're just looking to hey, I just want to meet some new people. I want to go take a PE class or something, or I want to, hey, I've always wanted to do ceramics, or I've always wanted to do, hey, maybe it's automotive. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm retired now, but I want to work on cars and get in the automotive program. Even if you're like, it's not for me. I'm not trying to get a job. I want the skill set. You know, I mean, why not?
Right.
Reasons are endless. Let's come start this fall and do that stuff.
Yes, lots of opportunities. And we do have an event coming up that Kyler's been coordinating and planning, so I wanted him to talk a little bit about that.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's like Donna was saying, our campus is getting a lot closer to normal, a lot closer to a more typical fall semester.
Sure.
Students on campus, classes going on. So we did want to host an event on campus that's just sort of a welcome back, not only to our incoming new students, our freshmen, but just sort of a welcome back to Roswell as a whole.
Yeah.
Our campus is back. We're here to help you. And just like you were saying, regardless of how you need or want help,
Yeah.
that's what our campus is
Sure.
for. So we want everyone to be welcome.
Well, and this is the difference, especially this is something I can't stress enough to younger folks. Like you're right out of high school, and I know we get, oh, I'm going to go out. And, you know, a lot of times the young mindset is I want to get as far from Dodge as possible. And then reality sets in, and it's like, oh, Harvard is not free. You know? And you're like, oh, yeah. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is when you get into those worlds and big universities, you're a number. There's not always somebody that's going to hold your hand for every process because you're kind of expected to be an adult now, and that's part of the process, you know. Where at Eastern, it's because everybody, and you know, from someone that's coming right out of school, generally speaking, people don't go work in the workforce for 10 years and then decide to go to Harvard. That's not something that happens very often. But at Eastern, it is. So you guys are structured that way. So if you're coming out of high school and you're kind of, you know, this is the, put it this way, if you want to set up for the foundation, even if you're not sure what pass or how to do all this, that's where Eastern's like, come on, and kind of that's what he's talking about here. Right. It's like, whereas, you know, Harvard's like, well, fill this out, turn in an essay, good luck. We'll see if it's good enough for you. You know, your guys are like, no, we want you to apply. Oh, you don't understand it? Come on in. We'll sit down and go step by step on how to do all this. All right, we got to take some placement tests to get see your math and English levels, You know, but you guide them through all of that stuff, whereas you're kind of expected to do all this on your own in another world. And so take advantage of that and use that. Oh, by the way, they're doing extra work at about a nickel of the cost that it would have cost anybody else to do that. Did I mention that part? Oh, yes. Yeah, Harvard's like, yes, we'll accept you $100,000. True. You know, and so that's what I'm telling you. When young folks utilize this, take advantage of it. Maybe your goal is still go to Harvard. That's awesome. But you know what? Let's learn how to go to school first on a much cheaper dime or free. Like I said, you'd be amazed at how much money does not get claimed in scholarships and things like that each year. Very true. Because either people aren't aware of them or they just they'll never consider me, and I make too much money, or my parents make too much money, and you know, yeah, you're going to hit a few roadblocks, but that's where the staff at Eastern, you know, financial aid office can sit right through there, and that's what they do all day is go through there and find scholarships for people. So let the staff at Eastern help you go through all that. So all you have to focus on is making sure you get your homework turned in, your papers done, and getting your classwork done. Right. Which, by the way, if you have struggles with that, there's a whole student resource center that can help you with that. Because at one point during class, you're going to hit a wall, and you're going to be like, I cannot wrap my head around this concept. And there's where you turn to that for help, and they can help you with all that stuff.
Yeah, so we just need to hire you, Mike. We just need to have you on staff to help us. You know.
I can be that guy.
You're going to be. I wish you could be our next recruiter. You could help Kyler with.
Like if
we're
you
hiring for
put
that.
a booth in the middle of the campus there, or by towards the front of the campus, somewhere where it's public.
Exactly.
I get a booth like Lucy from the Peanuts. I'll put a sign up, advice 5 cents, and I'll just sit there and I'll tell everybody where to go. And mine, I won't kick the football away or do any of the stuff Lucy did.
Exactly. You're such a good advocate for us. We really appreciate it.
Well, it's really a great opportunity for folks. We hear society, we hear people talk about, I don't have this, and I was like, well, there's resources. If you are motivated to do these things, there are people that are willing to help you do it. You've got to just take that first step and say, hey, I'm going to start doing this. You've got to get, it's the old adage, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I'm trying to go to there's a bunch of people going to help you drink. Just get off and go to the river there.
And we've had, community groups that have helped us with scholarships, not our foundation, of course, but we just had New Mexico Solar Group award scholarships to 3 of our tech ed students.
Awesome.
So we do appreciate all of the community that really supports us, and that's why we are a community college. And this event we're having on August 5th.
August 5th.
Is open to the community as well.
Yeah, August 5th. And remind folks on the details about the meet and greet or welcome back event here.
Yeah, August 5th. So if you're an incoming student, a new freshman, we're offering campus tours. We're going to take you to get your class schedule. We'll take you around campus, show you where your classes are going to be as a group. And then we'll also take you to the security office, get your parking permit, and get your student
Do
ID
all
done.
the prerequisites just so to make your life easier when school class.
You'll be ready to go day one of class.
I would guess too, but I want to ask you just because of the world we've just coming out of here. There's people that may have got a year of school under their belt that's never set foot on that campus yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would imagine too it'd be a good idea for you to come out, even though you're kind of a veteran now. You're an online veteran, but come out. See the actual campus. Come and meet and get your parking place. You're going to need that when you actually go to class again. But so for new students, I'd say if you're just not familiar with the campus and you've got classes there in the fall, come on out. We'll make sure we'll show you around, show you where it's a good way to get a lay of the land anyway. Even if you just want to walk around and get lost, I mean, go have fun with that.
But we will have campus tours, organized campus tours as well, and we'll have food. Mentioned food.
Yeah, our campus tours.
We got the things open now. Got to have food.
Right. Yeah, you do have to have food. Campus tours will be 2 to 5, leaving every half hour, and food will start at 3. Free food for anyone who comes. Community members, new students. We might ask a couple questions, see what's up. But everyone's welcome to the food. There will be live music.
Well, maybe you need if you want a sales pitch, like if you come out for the food and tour the campus and be like, hey, see, this is why you should take a class here. If you're thinking about classes or, use this as that opportunity too. If you're like, hey, I'm thinking about taking a fall class here. Come out to the welcome event and see what it's all about.
We won't require you to register before we give you a hamburger or something. But
we won't.
We just want to make sure.
But if you want to use this as something to learn about the camp, maybe because I know you can go if you go to the website roswell.enmu.edu, you're going to find everything you need there. All the classes, all the courses, information we're talking about here, but. Let's face it, we've just spent the year and a half doing everything on a computer. If you're like, no, I want to go out and see it, use the 5th as that opportunity to kind of see the facilities and kind of use that as now you're going to have to get on the stick if you're going to register after that because classes start,
Well, we will have academic advisors available outside at the event. So when you go
you can start to
get a bite to eat, you can start the process, you can apply. And you can start registering for classes with our advisors that day.
So maybe use the 5th as that final little cement all of your options and plans there and kind of maybe use this time leading up to it to view the website, look at all the different degree and non-degree plans and paths that you want to do if you're, whatever it is. Like, obviously, certain programs are always busy in demand. The nursing program at Eastern New Mexico University Roswell is one of those programs that is so regionally, utilized, and it's because it's a great program, and medical staff from all over the region are waiting for Eastern to churn out folks so they can make them a part of their team.
Right. It's a very it's number one in the state.
Absolutely.
So we're really proud of that program.
But all of that, the automotive side, obviously, it's a great program. It's been a little. Go here, go there for the last year because of they're remodeling the actual automotive
we have that
facility.
Construction going on.
But thanks to business partnerships in the community, they're able to in some aspects come out even stronger with that because now while they're learning, they're establishing relationships with community partners and things like that too. So it's a great program. But you can learn all about that at the website and then ask those kind of questions on August 5th and go out there and do all that.
And we'll be there till 7 p.m. So people that are
after work or
need to do some things at the end of the day, they start the work staying open a little bit later that day.
If you call ahead, Kyra will save you a burger or something.
I will personally save you whatever you want if you call ahead.
You will.
Absolutely. But seriously, contemplate. If you've been kind of spinning your wheels or if you're in that place in life, you're like, I need the change. I need to let Eastern be a part of that equation.
Right. We know there's so much hesitancy, and we've all kind of been in a pause, kind of holding, waiting pattern mode. But we really hope that everything will continue to be on the trend where we're lifting restrictions, and we want people to get out and connect with others and really get away from their computers at home and take some classes on campus. And
come out and enjoy
really
the
looking
sunshine.
forward to that.
There's beautiful parts of the campus that are outdoors. You can come out and see those parts. And
we're making some improvements in some of our buildings. We have a new physical plant that's opening.
Yeah.
Automotive welding you mentioned. We're renovating our performing arts center. So we're doing a lot of things. We're not just standing still. We never stand still. We're always changing and progressing and moving. So we want people to move with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of, and that's obviously when we talk about that partnership with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell in the community here. I mean, that's that partnership where they serve each other. The community.
Yeah, we provide employees for the workforce
but you guys customize
well.
your programming based on the needs of the community here. So when you see like some of the programs there now, like we talk about the drone programs and things like that, support these. What I mean is because you all fluctuate. If the supply and demand,
right?
There's certain classes and things that if your business community isn't benefit from it, you guys look and say, well, why should we be offering this? And right. Vice versa. If the business community like, no, we're missing this. You guys are like, all right, well, let's get a training program that utilizes exactly what you're talking about here. And that's the partnership that you don't find at, again, like your four-year universities with the community and things. That's all part of this. It's hand in hand.
Yes, we always try and make sure whatever we offer is relevant to today's workforce, to the community, to make sure that if you go into a program, you will get a job when you graduate, or it's a career that's relevant.
Absolutely.
In this world that we're in.
Yeah.
It's constantly
so
changing,
sorry, no whittling classes or nothing like that.
No, not right now.
Is there any information we didn't share that we want to make sure we get out there?
No, I just want to mention we are doing our special services 35th graduation ceremony on Thursday at 1. And
Speaking
that will be
another
in our
one of
Peace
those
Center.
programs,
a very unique program for students with disabilities. So.
Well, highly coveted too. This is something
it's very unique.
Very unique.
Well, it's unique, and like I think I told you this before. I learned about it by accident. Someone was buying a bed from us, and we were selling a few years ago a brass bed that we were selling online or something, and this couple from Texas bought it from us, and they were telling us they were dropping their son off for the special services, and they were just, oh my gosh, they were just speaking such praises of the difference that program made for their family and it's special services for people with special needs. It really helps them with life skills, with job skills. It's a great program. If you want to learn more about it, please come contact the college. Come out to the graduation, and then
they are enrolling for. I know it's pretty tight timeline again, but they are accepting students for that program as well. And so
but at least learn about it, maybe But
yes.
if you because it was one of those things. I'm like, oh wow! And now I've known about it for a few years, but when I first heard about it, it was like one of those just hidden gem things I didn't know about.
Right, we don't like those hidden gems. We always people say, "Oh, I didn't know you had this." I never like, "Oh my
that
gosh."
was my moment for the special services.
We don't want to be the best kept secret. We really do not.
Yeah.
So
we
want people to know what we
beans.
have to offer. There's no secrets. We want to be as transparent and visible in the community as possibly can. So,
Absolutely.
So no, we're happy to have people come visit anytime. If you can't make it on the 5th, we can always schedule tours other times, and we just really want to be open again to people to come see us.
Absolutely. And of course, if you have any questions, anything, go to the website. If you can't find answers, what you're looking there, reach out, call the numbers. We'll get Kyler's number here direct in just a second.
Yes.
But call. Like we said, the campus is opening back up again. We're starting to get to a phase where you can, I would say, make an appointment if you want to sit down and talk to someone. That's probably a good idea at this point, calling ahead. But we're getting close to that point where you just walk on up and say, "Come on in, we got you covered."
Yes.
We're getting there.
We're really excited to have all of our staff and faculty back. Of course, some faculty are still on their summer vacation, but we'll be getting them all back for classes to start August 16th.
You'll see their shining faces here.
Yes.
In less than a month away.
Right.
Of course, like I said, roswell.enmu.edu is the website. What's the main phone number they can call if they have questions?
Well, the main number is 64-7000, and then the advising number is 64-7294.
Very good. And what's your office's number, Kyler?
My office, 624-7405.
Very good. So if you have any questions, really recruitment, financial, any of that kind
Anything
of stuff.
Anything about the school in general.
Yeah.
Just direct that
if
to me.
Kyler can't get it directly to you, he'll put you in front of the person that can. So.
Right, and you can text. There's a text number right on the website. I don't know it offhand, but you can also just text your questions or your concerns to that number as well.
Oh, and then one more place you can check out things. Go to the Eastern New Mexico University Roswell Facebook page. Great thing to like and follow.
We do have a lot of information on our Facebook. Dr. Powell was just on yesterday with Devin Stroman talking about the campus. And there's all the videos that we've done. They do the Mondays with Meeks for financial aid and other campus information. So there's a lot of videos that you can just They're always there. You can just go and watch them back
Yeah,
at any
and a lot
time.
of them are timeless information.
And our YouTube channel as well. You can also go on YouTube and see us as well.
Which I think you'll find a link on the Facebook there.
Yes.
If you're
on
trying
on the campus page.
The campus page. On the Roswell.enmu.
To the YouTube channel as well.
Very good. Did we get it all?
I think so.
So come on out.
Yeah.
Don't forget, August 5th, that is our welcome. Come on out, see the campus, sign up for classes, and then don't forget, August 16th, that's the magic date, start of the fall semester for 2021. A newer, fresher, back to normal looking with classes in classrooms.
New
with
and
people.
improved.
Yes.
New and improved.
You need one of those little ding. Now with Retson.
A little burst with...
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you, Mike. Thanks for y'all's support.
Anytime.
And all the time you provide us to get the information
Anytime
out.
and anything else we need. Kyler, if we've got anything between now and coming up here in this semester, we want to keep reminding folks. I know we won't be back on our normal spot till mid-August here, but if we want to make sure we get people talking now and then up till leading up to that moment, if we need something like, hey, there's your 2-minute warning. You're not late yet, but you're about to be late.
You're really
We know there's a lot of procrastinators out there. We understand.
Yeah.
We
get
feel
it.
that. We get it.
They're now thinking about it right now. I'll get on that tomorrow. Thank you,
always
guys.
tomorrow.
It's always tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Don't work too hard.
We'll try not to.
And enjoy the food. Come out now. Now you can just go
Please.
every day, like burrito, burger, whatever.
Oh, yeah. We're keeping ourselves
I saw Donna. She was
energized.
double fisting burritos running down the hall.
I was. All righty.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, it is 8:44. Let's get you up to date with some local news and your town hall business update. Weather as well. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The state of New Mexico's Vax to the Max sweepstakes, a $10 million total cash sweepstakes funded by federal stimulus and intended to incentivize COVID-19 vaccines, produced its next 4 prize winners on Friday. With $1 million at stake, 4 vaccinated New Mexicans, one from each public health region of the state, are each prospective winners of $250,000 as drawn at random by the New Mexico Lottery. The Department of Health is verifying the identity, eligibility, and vaccination status of each prospective awardee in accordance with the sweepstakes rules before declaring them official prize winners. The prospective winners will have 3 business days to come forward after being contacted by the Department of Health. The 4 prospective winners are residents of Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Roswell, and Las Cruces, but again, their names are not being released yet. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like all that monsoon moisture will stay off to our west for a little while. Sunshine today, slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and our high will be in the upper 80s. Overnight looks clear with upper 60s and then upper 80s and low 90s coming up for tomorrow, and sunshine across our area. Clear for Wednesday night, sunny and warm again on Thursday. We'll stay around 90. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. The Biden administration and Western allies formally blamed China on Monday for a massive hack of Microsoft Exchange email server software and asserted that criminal hackers associated with the Chinese government have carried out ransomware and other illicit cyber operations. Air travel in the United States hit another pandemic-era record over the weekend as vacationers jammed airports. But shares of airlines, cruise lines, hotels, and almost anything else related to travel tumbled Monday on growing concerns about highly contagious coronavirus variants. On Wall Street, the Dow lost 725 points to close at 33,962. The Nasdaq dropped 152 to 14,274, and the S&P 500 down 68 points to 4,258. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is a nasty little termite. It loves nothing better than to eat your house, your subfloors, your walls, around your windows. And then they swarm around, taunting you.
We're eating your house. We're eating your house.
You'd like to kill them, wouldn't you? But you don't want trenches dug around your home, and you don't want holes in your foundation. That's where Dow AgroSciences and the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System come to the rescue. The same system that protects the White House can help protect your house. An authorized operator strategically places Centricon stations around your house and then carefully monitors them for termites. If they're found, a professional inserts bait tube devices. The termites take the bait and they die.
I feel like I'm dying.
Kind of like that, only a lot more effective. In fact, Centricon is proven to eliminate the termite colony. Termites are gone with Centricon. No more colony, no more problem. Visit Centricon.com.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today in Roswell, 623-5344, or anywhere in southeast New Mexico at 877-623-5344.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Dip into our new coconut cream pie ice cream and imagine being stranded on a deserted island. Rich coconut French ice cream, flakes of coconut, tasty pie crust pieces, and a whipped topping swirl loaded with toasted coconut. You won't want to be rescued.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at Albertsons United Supermarkets and Thriftway Supermarket in Ruidoso.
Travis Hicks Richland Auto Group coming to you from the Twilight Zone. I don't remember being more excited about a July than I am about this one. July 4th celebrates the issuance of the Declaration of Independence, a document that pronounced the original 13 colonies in America as free from the tyranny of Great Britain. The second sentence of the Declaration states that all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it amazing that 250 years later, those words still have so much meaning? Richland will be celebrating our independence from tyranny all month long. In July, your vehicle purchase at either our GM or Dodge store will come with a Bible to remind us to whom we owe our lives, an American flag to remind us that we are all free from tyranny in America, and an entry to win an AR for those who choose to celebrate and defend our pursuit of happiness. To win the gun, you can enter on our Facebook page, our website, or by buying a car this month. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Part of why you should ride for our brand. Richland, where service is job
Tuesday
one.
edition, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. We will break down everything in the world of ongoing COVID madness. Biggest stock market drop of the Biden administration. What is going to be the fallout come Tuesday? We will discuss. Plus, Buck.
Biggest open border we've ever had. Numbers in for June, setting an all-time one-month record. What is the Biden administration doing about the violation of our national sovereignty that's going on day in and day out? That and more coming up with the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show.
Travis and Sexton are on Roswell's Talk FM weekdays at 10. Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM. KEND Roswell.
And good morning. I played my legal ID early. Sorry, but you can never play your legal ID too early. Good morning. It is 52 minutes after 8 o'clock. Joining us in studio this morning from the Chavez County Extension Office, the Extension Office. Andrea Stapp joining us this morning.
Good morning.
You're pretty much the entire Travis County Extension Office.
Right now, yes, I am.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, at least you don't have arguments over what you're having for lunch.
No. Just with myself.
That's right. Good morning. How are you today, Andrew?
Doing well.
Great.
We're getting ready for fair and getting everything lined up. So our fair starts on Saturday with our horse show.
Okay. This is the Travis County
yes,
fair.
our Travis County 4-H and FFA fair
Yeah.
starts on Saturday. We take inside exhibits on Friday, so that's kind of really the start, but it's not the glorious part.
Yeah.
Then they will get it put in the booths, and they look really nice, and the kids get to go by and see them. But
very cool.
Yeah, horse show on Friday, and then animals come in on Sunday, and
nice. Now
shows start on Monday.
As far as the fair and the schedules of events and all, is it been changed or altered for this year? Is it pretty much how it normally is?
It's a pretty normal fair. The
Okay.
kids are really excited about that.
Good.
So it'll be good.
If you go, they have the fair book online and everything. You can go and see the schedule events and which shows or which days, and go out there. And they're always, if you've never been, go. It's fun. It is fun to watch. Granted, I'm a city slicker. I grew up in Maryland and suburbs of D.C., so I didn't spend a lot of time on ranches and farms and what have you. But so I didn't grow up to a lot of this. I mean, I've seen some rodeos here and there and all that, but I love going out there because the kids. It's amazing to watch these kids, especially when you get the little kids working the heifers or the swine. It's educational, but it's entertaining because these kids are, it's like watching like the Little League football in between or the hockey in between where they get the little kids, because you get these kids that they come up to your waist that are manhandling an 800-pound animal is just pretty impressive, to see them do that and get and do all that stuff. It's just, it's cool.
Yes.
And entertaining at the same time.
Yeah. They've been working all summer with these animals, getting them ready and getting up early and feeding and staying and waiting till it's cooled off to feed because it's been quite warm. And, taking care of them, getting them to walk and everything like that.
So come out next week to the fairgrounds. Like I say, get online, check Eastern New Mexico, or is it at that website
No,
or is it the Travis County?
If you go to our county website, there's a fairs tab underneath the 4-H Youth Development section. And that's where our county fair book is. It'll have the schedule and everything. So it is a little different than Eastern Fair. Eastern Fair is completely
bigger.
It's separate and it's bigger.
I didn't know if they stuck the fair book for the county fair on that page too.
No,
or not,
they don't.
Okay.
But
it's the same place, just different.
But it's same place, different fair. And it's a little like we don't have the carnival and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
just
all
the
livestock
shows.
Now,
and
an important date to put on everybody's will be the junior livestock auction event.
Yes,
that's towards the end of the fair. Is that going to be on Friday night or
Friday
Saturday?
night?
Okay.
I believe you can come out at 6:00 and see the animals.
Yeah.
Come have dinner and be a part of the auction.
Yeah, bid generously, bid early, bid off. I know. Every single year, the goal is to try to beat the previous year's record as far as the total amount raised.
Yes.
And by the way, the money raised from that's the kids' college money. That's the kids' project money for their next year's fair season.
Yes.
Depending on how old they are. But generally speaking, this pays the bills for their future education, for their future 4-H and projects and things like that. So, please bid generously when you come out there.
And if you don't, there's actually like 3 ways you can participate in the sale. So you can do an add-on to certain exhibitors or all the exhibitors.
Okay.
You can provide just some money that will go towards an animal.
Okay.
And if you can't be
kind of
out
like
there,
a blanket here, make sure this gets to one of these kids.
Yeah, exactly. You can contact one of the sale committee. So there's Karen Hendricks and Cindy Wooten and Troy Thompson and David Randall. They're all part of the sale committee. And I think there's one more that I'm forgetting. And if you need those numbers, you can always call our office, 622-3210, and we can put you in touch with them. And then, of course, you can bid and be the highest bidder on an animal and buy it all yourself.
There you go.
Which, if those are 3 of the options you can do, and if you're interested at all, just give us a call so we can put you in touch with the sale committee.
Yeah, it's a great way to support and give back to our community through. Because generally speaking, these kids that are sitting there in the 4-H showing animals and things, who knows? Those kids are going to be our mayors, our city councilors, our in business leaders, ranch industry leaders. That's these kids are going to be the ones running the show. So let's add to their foundations now so they can take care of us when we're on the porch yelling at them.
Exactly.
We're getting old. That's how life works. That's what we're supposed to get to the point where you're old enough to sit on the porch and yell at the young kids.
Yell at those future leaders.
Get off your lawn, the whole nine. Yeah, do all that. And, of course, just make plans. Come out to the fair during the day. If you're looking for stuff to do during the day, come out and see it. But maybe you're interested in maybe being a part of 4-H and all that. Bring the kids out and show them talk to the different kids out there and the parents and kind of get the lifestyle and learn what it's all about and also understand too that you're just seeing a sliver of 4-H.
Oh yeah.
And, I mean, it is the more popular where most people, you think 4-H, first thing people think of is cows or farm animals. And it is, but there's so much more in that, and you can learn that side too.
And then when you come out, you can go into the education building.
Yeah,
that's where the railroad is. If you go there during the
do they run
Eastern
during
Fair.
the fair? Do they?
No, they don't.
Fair?
But we have that first section that has all of our inside exhibits. So that's where you can see all of those woodworking and sewing and baking and posters and everything like that. All those projects, the other projects besides livestock projects. Those will be displayed in the education building.
Go in there. It's amazing the work that they do. Stuff you'd never expect. You're kind of like, wait a minute, this is a kid did this? Wait a minute, hold on. You start looking around like, this slipped out left from like last year's adult category? What's going on? It really is amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And then just a pro tip, it's usually one of the cooler spots out there when you go inside the education building. The fans and swamp coolers are going, and about 2:30 in the afternoon, you're ready to get some AC. I think.
Yes.
So it's a good place. So I go in there and then pay a lot of attention. When everyone's like, "You ready to go back out?" No, I'm studying this artwork here, and you start really like digging it and looking at it, and by the way, sucking up the AC. So
there you go.
But yeah, come out. So that's all getting underway next week.
Yes.
Very good. And obviously, you are holding down the fort for everything extension office related right now. Obviously, there are 2 positions open within. You can go to probably the Workforce Connections or through the New Mexico State University's web page and find applications if you're interested in being an ag agent or I guess what's the home economics? What's that?
FCS, Family
FCS.
Consumer Science. Yeah.
There you go. But it's you do have big shoes to fill, but you can do it.
Yes. Yes.
But Andrea could use some help. I think she's tired of all the other stuff there, so definitely do that. I just saw the time. We just got reminded. But,
okay.
If anybody has any questions, what's the number to call the best number to call the office?
622-3210.
Very good. And come out to the Chaves County Fair next week.
Yes.
I guess Sunday and everything's the load-ins and all that, but Monday's when start seeing shows.
Starts. Yes.
Yeah. So come out, see a show or two. Go on to the Chaves County website there, fair website, and get a fair book and see everything that's going on.
And we'll probably post a schedule on Facebook too, so you can check us out there.
Very good. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Go stomp out 30 fires. I'm sure you got a bunch as you get ready for fair, and we'll see you next time, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right, you're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Town Hall News in progress.
Infections fueled by the Delta variant rise nationwide.
Coronavirus cases rebounding. The president says the spread of COVID is avoidable.
If you're fully vaccinated, you have a high degree of protection against severe illness, hospitalization, and death. If you're unvaccinated, you are not protected.
He says 4 states account for nearly 40% of all new COVID-19 cases, and that virtually all hospitalizations and deaths are occurring among the unvaccinated. Greg Clugston, the White House.
6 people injured. A house in suburban Dallas blew up, leaving 2 homes on either side of it with major damage. Plano Fire Rescue Captain Peggy Harrell says several people off to the hospital.
The home where the explosion occurred, there was 1 resident at home at the time. We have confirmed that, and that patient was transported. The other 5 patients that we transported came from the home directly to the left.
She spoke with KDFW-TV. The cause of the explosion still under investigation. The rally rolls on Wall Street right now. The Dow is up 542 points, gain of 1.5%. The NASDAQ 150 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
If you're attacked by a bear, a dog will throw himself into the mouth of the bear to save you. Dogs are dogs.
They pour out their love onto you. Before long, you can't live without them. I have a chocolate Cocker Spaniel named Lady and a blackmouth cur. He's about 120 pounds, and his name is Arlo. My little Cocker, her coat's as soft as a stuffed animal. They're both real soft coats, and my dogs don't have any health problems because they're eating what they need to eat.
DINOVITE.com.
Dynavite is pouring a multivitamin right onto their food.
The omega-3 fatty acids, flaxseed, zinc, alfalfa, the digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
We'll be scooping our Dynavite onto the food, then squirting the liquor chops and the fish oil. They start salivating.
Dynavite is nutrition.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
It's a lot of responsibility owning a dog. I get my Dynavite at DINOVITE.com.
A Virginia military base will house Afghans who help the U.S.
With the withdrawal of U.S. forces in Afghanistan approaching the final stages, about 2,500 Afghans who worked for the U.S. government over the past 20 years will be evacuated and temporarily housed at Fort Lee, Virginia.
These are brave Afghans and their families, as we have said, whose service to the United States has been certified by the embassy in Kabul and who have completed thorough SIV security vetting processes.
State Department spokesman Ned Price told reporters Monday the Afghans will begin arriving at Fort Lee next week. The group includes 700 Afghans who worked for the U.S. and roughly 1,800 family members. Another 4,000 applicants and family awaiting security clearance will be sent to non-U.S. locations while their visas are processed. Mike Gracia, Washington.
Turkey's president says his country will talk with the Taliban about Turkey's bid to run the airport in Kabul. News and analysis, townhall.com. Ben & Jerry's throws in with the Palestinian cause, ending ice cream sales in parts of the West Bank and East Jerusalem.
The Vermont-based company says sales in the territory sought by the Palestinians are inconsistent with their values. The company has a 3-decades-long partnership with a licensee that manufactures and distributes the product in the region, but will not renew the lease agreement when it expires at the end of next year. Israeli officials call the decision anti-Semitic and are calling on states that have laws against Israeli boycotts to sanction Ben & Jerry's. Rhonda Rockstra reporting.
Home builders picked up the pace last month. Home construction jumped by 6.3% in June, although applications for building permits, and that's a gauge of future activity, fell 5.1% last month. Once again on Wall Street this hour, the Dow is up 559 points, NASDAQ ahead 147. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3. Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Welcome to Tuesday.
Yes, it has become Tuesday.
Full-on Tuesday.
Full-blown Tuesday.
Full-on Tuesday,
FBT,
dude.
man.
Yeah. Happy Tuesday.
I had a chance to reference a movie that I haven't seen in many years, but it still sits warmly in my heart.
What's that?
That movie is the 1991 classic, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Ah, with Christina Applegate?
Yes. You recall that movie?
Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember them. Now, I remember the faces of the other people, but not the names.
I don't remember
the son. The brother was like in a bunch of movies at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think the youngest sister was too, as a little kid, like in Uncle Buck or one of those style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it was.
Yeah, we weren't really meant to remember any of the youngers, I don't think, or at least not yet.
And that was like Married with Children, Christina Applegate.
That was right at her prime.
Yeah.
But no, the backstory is I went home to a stack of dishes last night that I've been sort of putting off. Finally decided, fine, I'll take care of it. Talking to a friend about it last night, and she texted me this morning and said, how did it go? The dishes, I mean. So I had the opportunity to text the clip of the dude sitting on the roof, skeet shooting the plates with the famous quote from that movie. Let's try to wait to the end of the song. The dishes are done, man. Best quote ever.
Oh man, yeah, they were. Yeah, because the son and the brother, and he had a friend that they were both like metalheads, and they used cheesy, like 80s style burns on people. Like
it was that weird transition time where everybody was still sort of listening to the
80s
glam metal and.
The one name he called her sister to this day is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but makes me laugh. And she says something like, do it yourself, Metallica breath. And I'm like, Metallica breath?
Huh?
That's your burn on your sick burn on somebody? I was like,
I guess.
It does not fit your I'm a rebel bad guy looking, trying to look tough.
Right.
When you're trying to look tough and you say, do it yourself, Metallica breath, or whatever he said. I just caught the Metallica breath part. You lose your cool points with me.
It's sort of like...
Even in 1991 when that went out.
Thing that you like face.
Yeah. It's like, you ain't worthy of saying Metallica. That ain't supposed to come out your mouth with stuff like that. You don't get to do that. So, anyway, other than that, I love the movie. It's fine.
Fantastic, yeah.
Other than that, but do it yourself, Metallica breath.
Superbly quotable.
Shut your hole, dummy. You're not cool. You give that man a wedgie.
Still one of my favorite burns in any movie is not another teen movie. Shut your hole, Wang Chung.
I love that movie.
Great. So good.
Most of the jokes you can't do on the radio.
You want another one?
Huh.
There's another. He goes, yes. Okay, there's another. Good. You want another? Yeah. Oh, there's another. Okay.
That was...
Bitch, cut it out.
They spoofed the Breakfast Club in that part of the Not Another Teen movie.
Yeah, featuring the same principal. Well,
it was
well cast, yeah.
Which he just passed away.
Well, it was like many years ago.
Was it that year? Like I thought it was like 5 years ago he died.
It's been a while. I want to say it's been a good long while.
It wasn't that long. I remember seeing the thing on TV all about it, but my concept of time and those kind of things are off.
Well,
I never get that right.
There was another one that recently passed that was actually more recent, and that was the principal from
Ferris Bueller. Okay.
Yeah.
And he was in several movies.
He was. And then a lot of stuff started coming out about him towards the end too.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to misquote anything, so I'm going to look into it first, but
okay.
I remember like a bunch of not great stories were coming out.
Me Too kind of stuff, or
kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, on set shenanigans.
Well, I mean, he kind of always played a bad guy in movies and things.
Yeah.
Maybe he just wasn't in real life.
He just was that way.
Like, do you remember this movie that he was in? What's the name of the movie? I think it's called Remote Control.
Oh my God. No, it's called Stay Tuned.
Stay Tuned. That's what it is.
It is legitimately one of my favorite movies of all time, and it makes me blissfully happy that you brought it up.
Yeah. He's in that movie.
Yeah, he's Satan.
He's the bad guy.
He's the head of the cable corporation. If you've never seen the movie Stay Tuned, you can watch it for free on YouTube. It is legitimately one of my favorites. John Ritter and
his wife, who was his
Was it his real wife?
Yeah.
No wonder the chemistry was so good.
I can't remember her name, the actress.
Was it Kristen? No, that's his daughter.
I know her face and everything. I just can't remember her name now.
But as they basically go channel to channel, and each channel's a different, at the time, accurate portrayal of a TV show.
They're like stuck in a TV and they got to get out or something.
But it's Hell's version of it. So like Northern Exposure was called Northern Overexposure.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember the commercials were like my favorite part. They turned it to like, get in shape with the exercises. And they're like,
I remember
come on,
that.
ladies, make it burn, feel it burn. Very good, Doreen.
I gotta watch that movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, and I've forgotten most of it. But yeah, that movie I always remembered. He was that, and then wasn't he in Beetlejuice? Wasn't he one of the?
Yeah, I think he was.
Like the dinner guests,
I
the
think he
neighbors,
was.
and Beetlejuice. Wasn't he one of them?
He was a character. He was just in everything. In the
he was a
early
character
mid-90s.
actor in many, many things, but of course, most famously for the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that movie, stay tuned, legitimately one of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
I haven't seen it in probably since the 90s.
I went, it was just one of those that, like you had pointed out, I just kind of came across because I found it on YouTube. So I just, watched a little bit of it up into the cartoon scene where there are the mice. I watched up to that point. I'm like, okay, I'll go watch something else.
Well, I might watch it because I was a John Ritter fan. I always liked, Three's Company back in the day. And
I'll tell you why it was such a big deal to me when I discovered it, when I found it, because we had lived at the time in this house. We had one of the old big satellite dishes, just like in the movie. We had one of those big satellite dishes, and the cool part about those dishes is you could pick up all the news feeds before they cut to the newscaster, where he's like adjusting his tie, picking his nose and stuff. Yeah. We could see all that. Like you could tune to that channel and get that feed.
I love that.
Or it was very, very cool for like a nerd like me.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
Or there was a whole channel where like they would run like the next episode, like on the next episode of Sister, and then all that. But at the end, where you'd hear Friday at 5:30 on KTTA Fox, all that was blank. So it was just music. So it was basically like a donut, like we would get in radio.
The raw feed
but
that the
as
networks
a channel,
get.
because they didn't. That's how they transferred stuff. It was such a cool thing for a kid my age.
Yeah, I remember people talking about it because I lived I had cable. I never had the satellite with the big dish, but we had some friends that did, and they used to tell. Oh, I think they used to get like foreign channels, like Japanese channels,
all kinds of. And we were on the EcoStar. You could actually select different satellites that you could lock onto and get different things.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Once you got into like the nuts and bolts of it.
Got you one of those and a laser disc. You're all set.
Oh man, dude, I was a '90s kid on the go.
We got the folks from Tobosa Developmental Services joining us here. I did not see who's making it in there, but we'll chit chat with them. We'll get an update what's happening at Tobosa. Of course, they've got their golf scramble coming up here in just less than a month away, a few short weeks away. So we'll talk about that and just get an update from them on what's happening at Tobosa. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like all that monsoon moisture will stay off to our west for a little while. Sunshine today, slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and our high will be in the upper 80s. Overnight looks clear with upper 60s and then upper 80s and low 90s coming up for tomorrow, and sunshine across our area. Clear for Wednesday night, sunny and warm again on Thursday. We'll stay around 90. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. And currently 77 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 69% with winds out of the south at 7 miles per hour. For today, expect sunny skies and a high near 90 today with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low of 69 degrees, southeast winds 5 to 10. Wednesday, mostly sunny, highs right around 90, kind of like today. Winds out of the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, kind of more of the same once again. Mostly sunny, highs around 90. Winds will be out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then Friday, we are looking at a 20% chance at some showers and thunderstorms. Mostly sunny otherwise with highs right around 93. Friday night, a 20% chance of rain as well. For the weekend on Saturday, we're looking at a 20% chance at showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, 93 for a high. 30% chance of rain on Sunday, mostly sunny, highs around 93. And looks like even rain chances on Monday as well, about a 20% with highs in the mid-90s. All right, it is 9:16. Real quick before we take a break, the 85th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo is coming July 30th through August 7th. Celebrating traditions we treasure, there's something for everyone waiting for you at this year's Lee County Fair. On Friday, July 31st, it's the Hispanic Heritage Celebration, and the horse show and mutton busting will be on Saturday. Don't miss the Lee County local team roping on Sunday, then the swine show on Tuesday with extreme bulls and a concert featuring Mike Ryan Tuesday night. Admission is $10. For adults, $5 for kids, and kids 5 and under are free. Free admission on Sunday and Monday. The Lee County Fair, July 30th through August 7th at the Fairgrounds in Lovington, New Mexico. You're invited. Come on out and have some fun. All right, it is 9:16. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break. Rosie Rubio with Tobosa Developmental Services with us. We'll chit-chat with her on the other side. Don't go away.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest control management solutions for homes and businesses. Bob Reed can handle every aspect of pest control, from general insects to trees, shrubs, yard treatments, and commercial weed control. They're the only authorized Centricon termite elimination system operator in southeastern New Mexico. No job is too big or too small. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today. Southeastern New Mexico's pest management professionals, 623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
Chimera has been providing Southeast New Mexico's state-of-the-art medical care for over 22 years. Chimera specializes in providing top-quality care for cancer patients, diabetes, thyroid conditions, heart disease, and rheumatoid conditions. Chimera would like to welcome Chris McGoldrick to the team. He brings a wealth of knowledge and compassion to Chimera. Chris specializes in rheumatoid conditions and is ready to help you. Call Chimera 627-9500. Chimera Independent Physicians, here for you.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
It's an idea whose time has come. The MTA Mechanics and Tires Mobile Tire Shop. No longer will the drama of auto service ruin your entire day. Instead, MTA Mechanics and Tires will come to you. MTA will install new tires, fix your brakes, or just fix a flat while your vehicle is at work, home, or even the airport. So skip the drama. Call the Mobile Tire Shop at MTA Mechanics and Tires, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia.
Up your spotting game with the help of Zia Guns USA in Roswell. Zia Guns USA is now an authorized full-line Tacticam dealer. The same scopes, cameras, and spotting equipment that the big boys use on TV. So now you can capture your hunt like never before. Zia Guns USA in Roswell also has a new shipment of knives by Benchmade and Case. Come check out the amazing selection for yourself. Take your hunt to the next level with Zia Guns USA in Roswell. Closed on Saturdays but open on Sundays at 1907 North Main in Roswell.
Talk about local color. Your trees are supposed to be green, not yellow. Hello, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. While we've been talking about our colorful geraniums, I've been noticing a lot of yellow trees around town, particularly those globe willows. It may come as a shock to you, but those trees are supposed to be green. If you have yellow trees, come see us at Roswell Seed Company. We have a fix that's fast and easy and doesn't cost very much. Remember, it's okay to have yellow flowers, but not yellow trees.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 7% of American adults, roughly 16.4 million Americans, believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. We don't know if they asked them where strawberry milk comes from. Here's Mike Winters.
Pink cows, everybody knows that. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from back from Tobosa Developmental Services, Rosie Rubio back with us, and Felicia Juarez as well. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing this morning?
We are good.
Good. It's if I know you guys especially because and we've talked about this recently. I mean, it's really been nuts for the last year and a half, 2 years here with COVID. Obviously, for folks that don't know, the services provided through Tobosa Developmental Services through all the whether it's the Los Pasitos or the Little Steps or the adult services, any of that stuff, none of it can go away because of COVID. You just can't. You're helping people live their lives, and
right.
COVID's part of that. So you guys have to keep doing your thing, but you kind of lose all your resources. Like you're obviously the for your adult individuals that are working, probably weren't working at that point. So you gotta make sure their lives are on track, the homes, and I mean it's just. And then we haven't got to the kids yet. I mean, it's just been a series of, all right, how are we going to get through this hurdle? And so now here we are in July of 2021. We're kind of peeking our heads out of this COVID deal where the world's opening back up. It must be nice to feel like Tobosa doing your normal day-to-day kind of stuff again. Even if you had none of these cool events coming up, which we do, it's just nice to, hey, we have like folks going to work. We have people can come in and we can do things. I mean, it's just nice to have that again.
Yeah, it is really nice. Although I think we kind of talk about how COVID really taught us to be resourceful and innovative. And we kind of surprised ourselves.
Sure.
We were pretty successful with that.
You made lemonade here.
We sure did, yeah.
Absolutely. That's the positive of all this. And this is the part I hope we get to see more of. Yeah, we've probably arguably gone through the worst year and a half that the humanity's gone through in a long time here as far as globally here. But the beauty of that is, we're humans. Humanity kicks in.
Yeah.
And
finds a way.
This is exactly. How do you think we ended up in the moon? How do you think, people explored different regions of this planet and gone through and I think of like the guys who went to the Grand Canyon and went through every crevice of that. I mean, that's human nature. You're not gonna stop us. And I think that's what you're talking about is for the last year and a half, we got a bunch of ingenious people that were able to overcome and adapt and make lemonade for the last year and a half.
Yes, that is exactly what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it makes you better now that you can do and open things. It's like, okay, we can do the things the way we like to do it before. But if there's a wrinkle in the plan or you know what, it's just more efficient to do it this way. That now lessons learned and you can apply that. So in theory, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. It made you stronger, and now it's a bigger, better Tobosa Developmental Services in 2021.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, we just learned a lot of different things. I mean, we learned that some of us work better at home during certain hours of the day. I mean, these crazy girls, sometimes they would be sending out emails at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, when do you people sleep? And so, but we were able to do that. And so we were able to embrace when people are more productive and they didn't have to be at the office at 8 o'clock in the morning from the whole typical 8 to 5. These guys were working like 8 to 6 in the morning kind of thing. So, we just learned a lot of different things.
Sure.
Same thing with our individuals, Some of our individuals were staying up late at night just watching movies and they could sleep during the day the way they wanted to. And everybody was able to kind of live their life the way they wanted to and not have those limitations about you have to be at work from 8 to 5 or the individuals had to be up by 6 o'clock to take their meds or whatever. None of that. It was kind of like just sleep late. You can take your meds when you have to take your meds, but you can go back to sleep, that kind of thing. So, I think people, it definitely slowed us down a little bit, which was good.
Sure.
I think it was good for even the staff and for the individuals. But we learned a lot.
How was just the overall of the comprehension? Because let's face it, I mean, people were getting stir crazy and everything else. I mean, the individuals there, are they able to handle that side of it okay, or did it take some extra staffing to say, look, I know, I get you, I'm just stir crazy, but we got to keep doing this for the benefit of all.
They did. It was very difficult for them. I mean, there was the individuals that they're just homebodies. They really want to stay home. They enjoyed, but there's the active ones that, we really had to work with the staff about, it's okay to go to the park. It's okay to do this. We finally were able to set up plans so that they could get away into Redosa or whatever in their own little isolated team, that kind of thing.
Create opportunities to be active and outdoors without putting any risk to anybody.
Right. So, we were able to work with them, but they had it pretty difficult, especially when New Mexico started opening up. But they are still under a little bit more stricter limitations because they're so vulnerable. They're, some of them are medically fragile, so we really want to protect them.
Yeah, immune compromised. Exactly. Yeah, this is, we talk about opening the world and all this, and of course, you've heard the politics on both sides of this for the last year and a half. I don't need to tell you more about that, but throw all that out the window when you have people that with compromised immune systems. You need to do everything in your power to protect those people because their bodies simply can't do it for themselves.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's why we do that.
Yeah.
I do want to ask that now where we're sitting at today. Are you guys like 100% able to do everything you do before, or what? Are there still some restrictions? Like where are you at right now as far as the overall picture on what you can do and can't do?
So as far as the individuals go, they're still pretty much under a stay-home order.
Okay.
We can support them with a good safety plan, and so we worked really closely with their team members to get that going. And they're pretty good about it. We struggle with some still not wanting to wear the mask, so it's kind of uncomfortable for them. But the majority of them they just want to get out of the house, so they're going to follow the safety plan.
Yeah, exactly. Say, hey, all right, if this one takes me to go to the park, all right, let's throw this mask on or where we go.
And it was kind of nice because we just had our summer bash on July the 7th. We welcomed the Journey of Hope, and we had a big cookout. The kids were able to play on the water slides, that kind of stuff. We played some disc golf and some cornhole and that kind of thing. And so the clients were out there. But again, it was just the Tabosa people kind of thing. And so
your inner circle of people that have been spending a lot of time around each other. So they're kind of they know each. They're in the social bubble together.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's talk a little bit about the children's side, Los Pasitos and Little Steps. Give us updates there. Are you guys, as far as getting services? I know especially in the Los Pasitos side, time is of the essence. The early childhood development, now you're determining with infants on, eyes, hearing, all kinds of things that they can start working with them now. So obviously kids grow. They don't care if there's COVID or not. They're going to get bigger regardless.
That's for sure.
How has that side been working out for you? And are you guys kind of sort of back to normal there on that side of things, or is it still a lot of hoops jumping through?
I'll let Felicia answer.
That's kind of her world. That's her world. The little ones here.
So with us under Little Steps with our learning center, we've had kids coming through the whole time because of course we take care of the kiddos
essential workers and the kid. Exactly. Yeah.
And so in the beginning it was the fully masked. You can't have kids in different classrooms, with each other and all that kinds of good stuff. Now that some things have been lifted, of course, they're able to do some more things. We can combine a little bit more numbers and stuff. So that's always nice. The kids get to see their friends in the classroom.
Well, that's important for development of kids, man. You need that social interaction.
Absolutely.
That's how they learn. Yeah.
And then as far as like going outside, because it's tough. It's difficult when adults have to understand wear a mask. Try with a kid.
A child who has less patience, less of everything that an adult's supposed to have.
We were absolutely amazed at how well they did and how well they still continue to do inside the classrooms. What's nice is now that they go outside, they're able to take their masks off, and so it's freedom, and they're out playing in the water. We had the fire station come over a couple of weeks ago and hose them down with the fire truck and
Just
stuff.
have
So
a little fun.
now we're able to go out and do a lot of field trips. That's one of the big attractions to our center is the fact that we're one of the very few centers that do take the kiddos out and do things.
They're learning and everything. It's not just in the classroom.
It's an absolute experiential learning experience. And so they are doing that, and they're able to do that now, whereas before we could not do
That's
anything.
a win.
So,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah. So on that side, the kids are definitely appreciating it, especially now that it's summertime and they're there all the time.
They got the things of, I want to get wet. I want to go run. I want to do something outdoors. That's what you want to do.
So we're able to do that. And as far as on Los Pasitos side for our home visiting and for our early intervention, we are we're able to now go in and visit them. There's a big watch on vaccinated staff. And so when you're vaccinated, you get a lot more leniency, and the families get more leniency to be able to have you inside their homes and stuff now. But they still have the allowances that if you're not, you can still go visit them and see them in person. However, it just has to be outdoors.
Gotcha.
And stuff. And so they've got those protections built into it.
Gotcha.
But, it's definitely allowed us to open up a little bit more and
Good.
provide those services. So it's been nice.
And all of that, I mean, obviously, when it comes to the youth, you guys will do everything in your power to keep those programs going and keep their progress going. But it's sure a lot easier when things are open and you can go outdoors and you're not relying on. Well, let's just face it. There's a limited amount of resources when you can't go nowhere and do anything. I don't care, how many computers and how many things you have. At some point, you can't just do it all on a computer. It just doesn't work, especially with kids.
Yeah, and with telehealth, that's still available because the state does still recognize that there are families that are still very, very scared about things, and there are tons of kids that still have their immune systems compromised as well, and so that feature is available.
Good.
Too.
Well, I almost
so
think
it's super cool.
Like you were talking earlier about things we learned in COVID and the things, hey, this is a good idea, which I think telehealth medicine is something that we need to expand on. I mean, regardless of COVID. I mean, how many people have gone to any doctor's office? I don't care who it is, and you're waiting 30, 40 minutes just to get to a point where you're waiting to get to see the doctor. You know what I mean? Yeah. You go to the doctors, and I don't care who it is or where you are, you go to the doctors, plan on 3 hours and 15 minutes of actual visiting, you know what I mean? And I think that world is going to change that, where they can do the tele stuff, and people don't mind waiting if you're waiting at home. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I kind of like my house. You know, that's a kind of nice place. I set up the way I like it. You know, so I can deal with it. And I imagine for you and your parents, especially if you're a parent with kids and everything else, you know how hard it is to wrangle kids up to go anywhere. Yeah. Just to go to McDonald's to get ice cream cones, it's a thing. Yeah. Granted, you tell them that, they're a little bit more receptive to you, but
they're willing to compromise.
Yeah, but okay, let's get up for your appointment. All right, where's your shoe? I don't know. The shoes, where do they go? I mean, it's all right. We just get online, boom. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not a parent, but if I was a parent, I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
And I mean, if you think about it too, you're going to a doctor's typically because you're sick, you're not feeling well. But everybody in that same waiting room for 40 minutes is not feeling well as well. And so then you're germ swapping and all that kind of stuff.
Not to mention everyone's in a bad mood because they're sick.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the telehealth has definitely opened it up.
And so I think that's going to be one of those things that I think more and more, hopefully, healthcare facilities will keep that. And they were kind of doing that, but then COVID kind of hit it and said, nope, this is how we're doing it. Yeah. But I hope that's kind of the wave of the future for some. I mean, obviously, you can't replace when you got to get your hands in and talk and do things to somebody to help them. But
you have that option.
Yeah, but a lot of it is getting feedback from the patient, talking, and they can do a lot of that there. And obviously, especially with the Los Pasitos side, I mean, you do with health stuff, but a lot of it too is just you and the parents discussing the game plan and all that. You don't need to suit up and put all the stuff in to do. You can do that via, in everyone's comfortable environment. It probably at the end of the day logistically works out better and that kind of stuff. So again, lessons learned from COVID here. Now, if you want to support, a great way to support, a great way to do it, coming up here next month is the annual Toboso Golf Classic. It's going to be at the New Mexico Military Institute Golf Course. Almost at October. August is the 14th?
The 21st.
21st. I couldn't remember the date off the top of my head, and I wasn't on the screen here. I was like, I got to remember the date. But this is an annual event. I'm sure if you want to be in the tournament, do they go to your website or do they go to the pro shop there? I know sponsorship probably go to the website. But
in both. I think we do have registrations on our website, but I think all the golf courses in town have our registration forms. So if anybody's interested, it is a 3-man scramble.
Okay.
It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, I believe, at New Mexico Military Institute. All of our proceeds go to our children's campus. I think I would like for Felicia to talk a little bit more about even we've been really expanding this year through COVID to not only Chavez County, but like we're offering home visiting in 3 other counties, which is...
So you're getting more regional.
Yes. Eddie, Roosevelt,
and Lee County.
Okay.
And then we're kind of like in the planning stages to really expand into child psychotherapy.
Okay.
Yeah, so Felicia can That's her baby. So
Really?
I'll let her talk about that. But yeah, so all of our proceeds go to all of these programs that helps with children.
So for you coming out and whacking a ball on a Saturday or not whacking the ball, depending on how good a golf you are. And every time you guys always have good food, good eat. It's just a great way to support. One way to support is becoming a sponsor as well. I don't know if we're still in time to get up your names on all the promotional items and things, but again, you're helping the whole Tobosa umbrella, the Los Pasitos, everything, all these services we talk about here, and like you said, expanding your outreach and also your services provided through to not only folks here in Roswell, but shaping up to be all of Southeast New Mexico here as we progress here. So come out, whack some balls, or sponsor a tee box, or just cut a big fat check and say, hey, give it, put my name on a T-shirt and help out the Tobosa.
Yeah.
And I know there's different levels of sponsorship. If you have some golfers in your organization, you can go to the website trytobosa.org. Which, by the way, you guys revamped and everything recently, so you can come and see the new digs at the new website.
That's right.
See, it's got its makeup on, looks pretty.
Yeah,
it does look good. And check it out, and of course, sign up or get more information there. Sign up as well, and then, like you said, you can go to the pro shop there and say, hey, if you've got a 3-person team, I'm sure you can sign up. But generally what they do, too, if you don't have 2 friends that want to golf with you, they'll partner you up together, and you might get to meet some new people to golf, too. And
absolutely.
And they'll partner you based on handicaps and skill. That's what the pro guy does. That's what he gets paid to do, is figure all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is there cheats this year? And what I mean by that is like mulligans and that kind of stuff. Normally you guys will have some.
I believe so.
Cool.
I can't remember if we
did
away
go
with
to
them
the
or
website
not. But
and all that for and the pro shop, they'll tell you all the rules. And I know that some get particular. But anyway, you're going out whacking a ball on a nice Sunday summer afternoon on a Saturday there, and you're come out, eat some food, hit some balls, win some prizes maybe.
Right.
And at the end of the day, everything. That all the money you donated is going to help families throughout Southeast New Mexico and children and everything else. It's great. It's a win-win.
It is.
Right.
Yeah. Just get on the list every year. That way you can be a sponsor or get your team ready and locked in. And even I know last year was a little different because of COVID and all that, but you guys were able to put a golf tournament together, and that was awesome. So
and we had so much fun. I mean, it's always the golf tournament is always so much fun.
Yeah. Let me ask this too while we're talking finances and things. If there's no golfers out there, but what's like the best way to is there like a donate now button on the website that folks can kind of go to regularly and make donations at? Or obviously if you call up and say, hey, I'd like to cut a check, who do I make it out to? Nobody will have any problems helping you find that.
You will not get turned down.
But if you kind of want to kind of make it a regular thing, every paycheck you make a donation there, it'd be awesome. Again, it all goes to help individuals and families in our community, children, adults, everybody. It's a big umbrella that Tobosa kind of covers, and that's just it. I think most people know probably the adult side. That's the side that for so many years you've been helping folks with special needs, and that's kind of the go-to place for our community. Someone has a family member with special needs. Oh, we got to go to Tobosa to make sure they get everything, which is still the case. But now with the whole children's side, it's a whole new world. And there are so many families that, Sean could talk because obviously with his family and everything, and he's a part of the board and everything there. But there are so many families like his that, and let's face it, when you have a child that's got learning disabilities when they're born, whatever it is, hearing or vision or on the spectrum or whatever is going on there, it's a very scary time for a parent, especially if it's a firstborn, first child.
Yeah,
we've seen the commercials on TV, the first kid, and they're like, don't let that rain drop, or don't breathe on my kid, all that stuff. And then the second kid, it's like, I'll rub some dirt on it, it'll be fine. But if you've got that going on that first time, and now it's like, wait a minute, my child's not perfect here. It's scary, and there's a lot of questions, and that's where you and your staff are like, it's okay, we got it. Yeah, I understand, but together we're gonna make this happen, and we're gonna go through this. And here's the cool part, especially when we talk about the Los Pasitos stuff, the early childhood. it's night and day different medicine for kids, for babies, infants. That's why you're seeing all these little glasses and stuff. When I was a kid, I mean, I think you had to be in like middle school or at least in elementary school before they even considered slapping glasses on you. Now they got these little ones that come in pink and blue. By the way, why don't they have those for adults? Why can't we get those?
I wish you had that option, huh?
But that's all part of this early intervention. They're learning that they can find and correct these things like weeks after they're born, not years after they're born. And because of that early detection, they're able to work with the children, get these corrected. By the time they're 4 and 5 and ready to start going to school again, these aren't problems anymore. They're dyslexia. They're diagnosing all this stuff early. And so now you get a jump on this stuff. And so when they get old enough to send them off at the bus stop there, they're on par with all the other kids when it comes to their reading and all those other levels. And stuff. And it's amazing. So please, if you have one of those situations in your family, reach out to Los Pasitos.
Absolutely.
Come
free
out.
Services.
Yeah, it's free services for, when it comes to the kids and all this stuff. When it comes to the development stuff, it's all completely free to the family. It's and of course, if you're looking for a place for daycare for your children, in an environment that they're not just all right, put them in front of the TV, we'll pick them up at 4:00. You want something that's more enriching, more like you said, you guys go on field trips. It's like school, but not like
it's fun.
Yeah, it's not the cool, part of school where it's like time for the bell, it's the part where they're interacting in groups, they're learning about things around town or watching a movie or something that it turned out to learn about bats or something. It's just that's kind of how it's all about. They get it's when education isn't really structured as at least in their brains. It's our brains, but to them it just looks like a series of activities they're doing throughout the day. So yeah. But again, I guess trytobosa.org is probably the best resource for everything we're talking about here, from the early intervention stuff to adult special needs services and everything. The annual golf scramble, all of that there. It's easy to remember. Trytobosa.org. Yeah. TRYTOBOSA.
Yes.
I know you sometimes want to slip a TAB. It's TOB.
TOB.
Yeah, it's with a no. What else? I feel like there's something I'm missing.
Right. And so I also wanted to talk about celebrating 43 years.
That's the one. Oh, yeah, the big thing. You guys have been doing this for 43 years. I got all wrapped up on it.
Yeah. We have been here for 43 years. September is our anniversary. And so we will be having our awards celebration.
Nice.
On the 17th of September, I believe.
Okay.
And so we're still in the planning stages, but this is one of our annual themes that we do every year just to celebrate the individuals that we support, to celebrate the employees that are so dedicated and so reliable, and they give their all.
It's a family atmosphere. It really is.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, we really try to promote that. And so we really want to celebrate that. Luckily this year we were able to recognize our employees so much by being able to give them some bonuses, that kind of thing, because
which they probably could have needed during a time where other areas of drying up as far as revenue and things like that. Yeah.
And our employees are really the heart of Tobosa, because without them, we wouldn't be able to provide the services that we provide for the people.
Let's face it, they're heroes, because they go. I mean, it's the gamut. I mean, you're dealing with someone's life. You're helping them go through life. Life is everything. Life is the extreme highs and the extreme lows, and these individuals experience that with these people. So they're living life with them. So it's amazing that they're, it's an emotional roller coaster. Good, because let's face it, they see the most coolest things on the planet, and then it's like life, heart wrenching and all that. But that's what makes it that family life thing. This isn't just employee-employer relationships. It's a little bit stronger than that. These are humans interacting on all levels of life here, from just, when you tend to spend 24 hours a day with somebody, you tend to learn a lot about them in that short amount of time. And so you develop relationships.
Start caring about them.
Yeah, you start developing relationships. And that's the interactions we have, your staff, with the folks that call Tobosa home. That's
and so we really want to celebrate our employees, even from our adult services to our children's services in the Learning Center. But there's so many of our employees that work with the adult services that kind of put their families aside to care for the people that they support because, we had some of our individuals got COVID and, we had to really isolate them. And so the staff agreed to isolate with them for, days, maybe the 2 weeks.
See, that's dedication,
yes,
to human beings. That's just what it is.
And so, we really appreciate our employees and continue to look for those employees that have that dedication and that passion to work with people.
Well, and that's the difference between working at Tobosa. It's not really a job per se. It's a lifestyle. I would imagine you, like everybody else, could always use more people to be a part of it.
Absolutely.
I don't think there is a organization on the planet right now that says, no, we've got enough staff. Thank you very much. It doesn't exist. Right. But if you're looking for, and this is a career. This isn't like obviously, you probably have some internships and things from time to time where, students of social work or medical that kind of fall around during summer or something. But for the staff, this is a lifestyle. This is, it's not the 9-to-5 job. It's going to be the job where 2 a.m. you might have to go in and handle your business. But then there's but again, it's living life. You're going in at 2 a.m. and taking care of needs and dealing with people that, let's face it, they become your family. That's just that's just the life. It's
just what we do.
Exactly. It's like you getting up in the middle of the night because your kid had an accident and you had to take care of it. That's what you're doing. You're living.
That's what we do.
You're helping people throughout life, and that's what it is. And if you'd like to be a part of that, please apply. Come by the office and let's talk about that kind of stuff. But finances as well. In the meantime, please sign up for the golf scramble. If you're not available but like to help out, please go to the website trytobosa.org. There you'll find links. You can donate money. You can learn about the resources. And of course, if maybe you're new to the area or maybe just starting a new family and hey, we got something, please. The umbrella of Tobosa through Los Pasitos, through Little Steps. All of it is available and open to you, and that's you guys been for 43 years been helping
43
people.
43 years, yeah.
So let me ask. So I guess our next kind of nice round milestone will be 2 years, 45.
Yes.
Now 50 is a big deal. So have you thought about what do we want to do for the milestone dates or anniversaries?
We really haven't talked about it. We had a huge celebration for our 40th.
Yeah, I remember that. I think 50th you need to go.
Yeah,
little bit,
go big.
Go bigger.
Explosions,
go big,
something,
sure.
Fire, and just, I don't know, something.
Something. I'm sure we'll come up with some great celebration.
Ninjas, I don't know, flipping off the building, something. But in the meantime, folks, and if you're listening and need help, if you're a family starting out here and you're thinking, you know what, my child, obviously you work with the family's doctors and everything. It's not. It's a hand-in-hand partnership, relationship there with all that. But if your child needs some of these developmental help skills, or hey, life's tough, and I'm looking for a place where my child can be while I'm at work and all that. But I want a place that I just know they're not being fed vanilla wafers and put in front of the TV all day. I want some structure, some meat to that enrichment. Los Pasitos, Little Steps, all of these are resources to help you do all those things. So,
definitely.
Good deal. Is there anything I missed?
So I don't know if we want to talk about the Stepping Out for Children event.
We definitely can.
When is that?
They were shooting for a tentative date of September 11th.
Okay.
And we're still trying to get some final details.
Okay. So more to come on this. But if you're interested.
But if
and getting involved.
Yeah, and because of the fact that with COVID and everything, when venues were being scheduled up and stuff, there was a lot of places that you could not.
Yeah, you're kind of limited on your places, so that's starting to change a little bit.
And so traditionally what happened was we would be on the courthouse lawn.
Okay.
We would be doing all kinds of crazy things, have a bunch of vendors that serve the community and families and stuff too. They were
kind of like a health fair, fun fair kind of thing.
On steroids.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of help, a little bit of fun, a little bit.
Exactly.
Just resources for families to come out and get stuff for their kids, family.
So, but this year, because COVID and everybody's still trying to recover from that, what we talked about was doing a type of color run.
Okay.
Stuff. And so that's what we're looking into.
Okay.
And still having some resources and all that stuff available, but it just wouldn't be able to be in that
sure. You want to keep the
setting.
You don't want the pooling grouping of people.
Yeah.
You want them kind of flow and move and
kind of
keeping
spread out.
keeping
But
everything
still involved,
going.
still doing things. And so definitely the details on that event will be more
and
to
obviously
come.
we'll get you guys back in as we
soon
get a
as
little closer.
we have those
and talk
details
about
ready,
that.
we'll be giving you a call for sure.
I would say if people are listening and saying, you know what, I'd like to be involved with the helping and planning of it, reach out to Felicia right now or anybody at Tobosa and say, hey, I heard him on the radio, and I'd like to be a part of some of that planning and helping out with that.
Yeah.
You know, because these are community events. I mean, this is obviously your baby and put it together, but it's for the community, done by the community, and you partner with many other resources in our community to be a part of these events. And
that's one of our biggest things is if we don't have it, we want to help you find somebody that does. So
are you guys going to be part of the Travis County's Health Fair here August 7th? Have you guys had any plans on that yet?
I believe that we have contacted them. We're waiting on details and stuff like that.
But I imagine you guys will have some kind of representation. Because I know they're doing
Typically we are, though.
Yeah, they're doing some virtual stuff, and then they're doing, I call it at the domes, at the Travis County Courthouse lawn and the county admin building on the south end. It's outdoor, but they're going to, because they're both at the two green domes we have in town. It's like, so the fair's at the domes this year, August 7th. Very good. Well, thank you, ladies. Appreciate the visit.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
Anytime, and we'll see you next time here. And folks, please, if you are listening and you're saying, man, this is what my family's been, please reach out. Go to trytobosa.org. Read more, learn more. You'll find phone numbers, people you need to call if it's anything from the early intervention stuff to
there's links
to daycare. There's links on all that stuff too. What's services for adults and job coaching and all of that side of things too.
Yes.
So very good. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see you guys again soon.
Sure.
Stay cool, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's kind of might rain. It's kind of hot, but not really hot.
It's supposed to be like 77 today, but I don't know.
I think it already is more than that.
But don't you like hot, don't you?
I do.
I
like
think we
the
were
summer.
talking one time, and I was like 100 degrees, and you were just like, this is awesome. And I kind of looked at you like you're crazy, I think, if I remember right. Thank you, ladies. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
All right. It is 9:53. Let's get you into some local news, Hannity update, and a quick break before we go. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The state of New Mexico's Vax to the Max sweepstakes, a $10 million total cash sweepstakes funded by federal stimulus and intended to incentivize COVID-19 vaccines, produced its next 4 prize winners on Friday. With $1 million at stake, 4 vaccinated New Mexicans, one from each public health region of the state, are each prospective winners of $250,000 as drawn at random by the New Mexico Lottery. The Department of Health is verifying the identity, eligibility, and vaccination status of each prospective awardee in accordance with the sweepstakes rules before declaring them official prize winners. The prospective winners will have 3 business days to come forward after being contacted by the Department of Health. The 4 prospective winners are residents of Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Roswell, and Las Cruces, but again, their names are not being released yet. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
On the right side, this is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
You know, one other thing that's emerging here with the economy, Biden is shrugging off these predictions regarding the consequences of his economic leadership, stocks tumbling, et cetera, but, the loss is over 800 points. I've thought we're due for a correction, especially based on all of the bad economic news we've been receiving. And now it's pretty much common knowledge, and it's the belief of most on Wall Street that inflation is here to stay. It's everybody's belief that everything's going to now cost a lot more. And that's not good for anybody. That, by the way, would be called a tax. There will be unleashed fury in the markets as a result of this.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, remember the saying, if you love something, set it free? Now, if it doesn't come back, it was never yours to begin with. Well, when it comes to your identity, our friends at LifeLock, they're kind of calling BS because all those nights working overtime, saving all that money, paying off all that debt, and now some identity thief wants to try and set it free. They say that's crazy talk, and we agree. Now, that's why LifeLock by Norton helps monitor your information. They will alert you to potential identity threats. If you're a victim, you'll get a dedicated U.S.-based specialist that will help fix it for you. No one can prevent all identity theft, monitor every transaction of every single business. But when identity thieves try to take what is yours, don't take it lying down. LifeLock sees the threats you miss on your own. And today you save up to 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock. Go to LifeLock.com. Use the promo code Hannity to save that 25%. That's LifeLock.com, 1-800-LifeLock.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks like all that monsoon moisture will stay off to our west for a little while. Sunshine today, slim chance of a shower or thunderstorm, and our high will be in the upper 80s. Overnight looks clear with upper 60s and then upper 80s and low 90s coming up for tomorrow, and sunshine across our area. Clear for Wednesday night, sunny and warm again on Thursday. We'll stay around 90. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. Following yesterday's big sell-off prompted by coronavirus worries, Wall Street came roaring back this morning. The benchmarks recovering at least part of what they gave up yesterday. Like many of its peers, venerable department store chain Nordstrom having a tough time keeping pace with customer demand for new clothing because of supply issues.
That will be an even bigger challenge heading into the full swing of its anniversary sale, a tradition since the 1960s. Last year, customers stayed away because there was no reason to buy dressy clothes during a pandemic. But Nordstrom is framing this year's event as an opportunity for shoppers to reinvent themselves as they come out of their homes.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Home builders picked up the pace last month. Home construction jumped 6.3% in the month of June. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end.
The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Dip into our new coconut cream pie ice cream and imagine being stranded on a deserted island. Rich coconut French ice cream, flakes of coconut, tasty pie crust pieces, and a whipped topping swirl loaded with toasted coconut. You won't want to be rescued.
The good old days are being made right now.
The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at Albertsons United Supermarkets and Thriftway Supermarket in Ruidoso.
Put a little cool into your back to school with the Back to School Blowout at Roswell Honda. Saturday, July 24th from 10 to 1, Roswell Honda is classing up your back to school season with free food and drinks, jolly jumps for the kids, and tons of giveaways, including a free 12-pack just for stopping by, free AirPods with a qualified test drive, a free Target gift card with purchase, and of course, the big backpack giveaway. Stop by now and get your kids signed up. The Back to School Blowout, Saturday the 24th at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
And that's going to do it for us for today's show. Thanks